you have a hot take for you.
My hot take? Well, I think some artists need to put a little more energy in their live set.
Overly complicated tracks are things that kind of ruin a track for me. Don't stick to any kind of genre label.
Future bass is the worst music genre ever created.
Barber Beats was the original Vaporwave. Fuck General MIDI Choir, it's all bad.
Bruh.
Worst album artwork I've ever seen is Green Day's Father of All Motherfuckers, probably.
I find new music often, and I usually illegally download it.
Stuff that sounds good. Sampleless Vaporwave is still Vaporwave, buddy. MIDI wave is a form of Vaporwave. Deal with it. Gen Z's the future of Vaporwave. I said it.
What is your musical guilty pleasure, Vapebearer?
It's gotta be K-pop.
If you don't like mint chocolate chip ice cream, you are a baby.
Music isn't real. I smell weed. I'm Dan Mason. This is Vape Eric. This is FM Skyline.
This is Mesh.
Yo, this is Groovy Kaiju.
This is Christ, and you're listening to
Hot Takes.
That's the one.
Don't touch my records. Ever.
And go. Welcome to Hot Takes. Yet another retrospective mega episode. You ready for this one, Skelly?
Yeah, I guess. Sure.
So it's me, young SHIRO, along with my idol, mentor, and cohort, Skeleton Lipstick.
Here with my idol, mentor, and cohort, SHIRO.
So,
It's true.
you know what it is. Independent electronic music talk show, Vaporwave, adjacent, Hot Takes. Caspero, thank you for the donation. Love you, buddy. Thank you for tuning in, guys. Everybody that's a regular, everybody that's a first-time chatter, every mod, every member of the community, and every artist that's been on the show or will be on the show, thank you for being here. Just a couple things. Obviously, we got to go over the commands, exclamation point, and then you type follow. Follow us on social media. Skelly, follow Skelly on socials. SHIRO, follow me on socials. Discord, jump in our Discord server. That's how things are going to be going down tonight. Spotify, check out some specially curated, one-of-a-kind playlists compiled by members of the broadcast alumni. And then finally, if the spirit moves you, if you want to donate like Caspero Town just did, all donations go straight towards paying people that we commission and equipment upgrades just to keep it looking and sounding fresh. So, if you want to do any of those things, now you know how to do that. It's going to be a chaotic night, you guys. This is the cap, the final episode of our third year. Can you believe it's been 3 years?
No, I can't. That's crazy.
So, we've done it a couple different ways, but tonight we're wanting tonight to be more of a community-oriented episode. We're going to try something new, and it's going to be nuts. We're going to be bringing on a couple of people who are going to be kind of some regular people that are going to help us co-host tonight. We're going to be working with Mr. Roche Corp, Mr. Vincent Van Gogh, and Mr. That's Matt. By degrees, they're going to be helping us kind of keep the conversation flowing. We're going to be bringing on a handful of mods, mostly prior guests, and then some community members. But stay on your toes because we're going to be cycling you guys out. Community members in and out every 5 minutes, guests every 15, mods every 30. So, if you randomly find yourself in the Hot Takes programming video chat, turn on your camera, please. You're live and you're part of the conversation. Speaking of which, the conversation will probably be kind of just a free-flowing chaos. So, if we can get your question... Me too, man. It may be kind of wild. If we can get a question or take from you, awesome. If you don't get a chance to speak, I'm sorry. There will be a lot of us here. We're just happy that you're going to be here, and hopefully everyone will get their moment. And if you get booted and you get stuck back in public access, don't be scared. Stick around, chop it up with your friends, and I will probably bring you back in as I am able. That
Kind of
chat
an
room is
interesting
looking
concept
fat.
of like. Sorry, I'm so sorry.
No, go ahead.
Kind of an interesting concept about like never knowing when you're gonna get pulled in or pulled back out. I kind of like that idea. Like people get pulled in for a second, but you might get pulled back in again later. You know what I mean? That's kind of like an interesting format.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like randomly you're on screen and you gotta jump right into the conversation. You up and then you're back. I think I like that idea.
Keep us in the know about audio levels, if anyone's too quiet or if I'm too loud, music's too loud, etc. If anyone can't hear anything, obviously we're still getting used to the new rig. But at the end of the day, we're just going to let it happen. And we appreciate y'all's grace and patience and hope y'all have a good time. We're going to start out tonight with some recommendations, as usual, courtesy of myself. I got 3 good ones for you. The first one I want to bring to your attention is actually by a community member who you'll be seeing a lot of tonight. I finally, belatedly, checked out one of That's Matt's EPs after much praise from the likes of Utopia District and Cyan Blue. I had heard a track on one of their Christmas comps and was very impressed with what I heard. I love the frequent chopping that he does in his style of future funk. And so I finally checked out an older release called Friend Zone. And it's only 4 tracks long, but it is packed full of energy. It's full of chops, full of loops. It's definitely party music, which fits his motif, his personality type. Got the link right there in chat. If you guys like future funk and you like future funk that punches and hits hard and keeps those booties bouncing on the dance floor, check out Friend Zone by That's Matt. The guy's continually producing music. Thanks for the link, Lux. And you definitely don't want to miss it, especially, like I said, if you like active, exciting future funk. I want to say he's part of Nightfall Collective. He'll correct me if I'm wrong, but definitely check out Friend Zone by That's Matt. I also want to shout out an album that was released by a prior guest, sort of. As you know, we had Donor Lens on, and they are very tightly affiliated with My Pet Flamingo. My Pet Flamingo put out a split not long ago by Timeshare 94 and Waterfront Dining. And Timeshare 94, I've just realized, is Enzo. Did you know that? Because I didn't.
Not know that.
At least I believe. If it's not Enzo, obviously maybe someone will correct me. But it's not bad. It's really fun, classic Vapor. Kind of some Vapor funk sounds in there. Very like loungy, very chill. And the Waterfront Dining side, I mean, everybody knows what Waterfront Dining sounds like. Just really expert sample hunting. There's a couple tracks in there that are just perfect late night lo-fi. If you crave classic Vapor or late night lo-fi, or you're just looking for some more of that chopped screwed 80s R&B sound, check out Couples Resort by Timeshare 94 and Waterfront Dining on My Pet Flamingo. In true SHIRO fashion, I'm going to end my recommendations tonight with something that's not Vaporwave, but probably my favorite of the 3. I've made peace with the fact that lo-fi house will probably be my favorite genre of music for a long time.
It's been your favorite genre.
It really has, man. And I'm drawn to like echoey sounds and gentle, hazy sound fonts and just strong. Oh wow, we're maxed out on folks who can be in the public access channel. Wow.
Fuck.
I wonder if there's a setting that I can change to fix that. Well, you guys all get to look and see what the settings look like. User limit.
I didn't think it was
all right, let's change it to 50. Okay.
Oh, nice. Change it to 50.
Yep, unsaved changes.
Double it up.
Yeah, probably shouldn't have done that. All right.
On the public access, but this is.
I just fixed it. You guys just saw the inner workings. I'll truncate. There's a guy named Tom Vernon, and he makes some of the most melodic, just wistful, sleepy, sad lo-fi house with a lot of 303s and just like acid house type shit that I would recommend to everyone and anyone that loves danceable music, retro sounds, anything lo-fi in general, or just specific. Just if you want to listen to music and hear like textures in the sound, check out the Amber Fade EP by Tom Vernon. It's 6 tracks long. Disappear specifically is my favorite song that I heard in all of 2023.
I gotta listen to this later.
So if you want to listen to my favorite song, all of 2023, check out Tom Vernon's Disappear.
Slow down, Gandhi. Tell me what's the name of the song again?
Slow down. The song is called Disappear, and it's by a guy called Tom Vernon. Album's called Amber Fade EP. It's just perfect for fans of DJ Seinfeld, Baltra, Ross from Friends, that sort of thing.
Gotcha. Got it.
And I'm going to cap it off with that because we have a hot take from you, and then we're going to bring on
we're gonna get
our
through
boys.
this. I want to get through. Yeah. let's just jump right into it. My hot take is not even a hot take. It's just basically that this is my favorite part of this entire little collective, whatever this is, umbrella scene. I don't know what to call it, but the fact that we get to talk to all these people, and I think the most important and interesting thing about this is getting to connect with all these different personalities. I think it's the most important thing about vaporwave, or whatever we're calling this these days. This is my favorite part of it. I appreciate. I mean, the art is beautiful. Music is wonderful, but getting to share it with people is the most interesting thing about it, and getting to connect to everybody is the coolest thing in general. And I think that's it's the friends we made along the way is the hot take.
Right. Damn, Lux is saying that adding the extra people still didn't work. Let me see here.
Oh, it said 26 were in there now.
Yeah, it did.
Do.
Damn. Well, I'm gonna just put it at the max, and we're gonna see what happens. That well said. Guys, if nobody else can be added, I'm gonna start moving people in. We're gonna start with two of our hosts from tonight, Mr. Roge Corp and Mr. Vincent Van Gogh. Welcome to the show, Roge Corp.
Guys?
Welcome to Hot Takes, Vince.
Hello.
You guys there?
Hello.
Jump on camera if you guys know. What's up, buddy? Hey.
Nice
Welcome to Hot
guys.
Takes, guys. So, I'm going to start bringing some mods, members of the community, and guest artists in. But we wanted to start off with some questions to get the juices flowing. Roge, what is a song or album that you think everyone needs to hear at least once?
Ooh. As far in the scene or like just general?
Just
In
general.
general. Let's go general. Come on.
General. Oh,
General.
fuck.
What inspires you?
Oh, fuck. What inspires me?
Sir.
Welcome to Hot Takes, mods.
Who just jumped in? Who else is here?
Well, I want to hear Roge's answer, but I just added short
right.
stuff, and I had Lux noise for a second. Welcome to the show, short stuff.
Damn, all I listen to is...
We got more and more people. Hey, what's up?
Yeah.
More people want to know.
All I listen to is Vaporwave, man. I definitely say 200% Electronica by Esprit, for sure. One of my favorites here is Vincent's album over here, Loser's Landslide.
Chilling, as always.
Yeah.
Hell yeah. Fire.
I'd say those two. Outside of that, I don't know. Definitely some Peter Gabriel for sure.
So good choices. Oh, oh man, that's a great choice.
Yeah.
Do you think that song that you mentioned by Esprit, do you think that's one of the most influential songs that's ever actually even come out of this whole world? Hey, I know that guy up top over there. How you doing, man? Do you think that's maybe one of the most, because so many people are so deeply inspired, in particular by that song. That might be one of the most, like, I don't know, like the most inspirational and probably influential song to like even come out of the whole fucking scene.
But which song? Sorry, I missed that.
Spree song.
200% Electronica?
Yeah, 200.
Or like Warm Spot, or
like that whole that has been that album. I mean, that song too in general has been so influential to so many people.
Yeah,
that might be.
I mean, it might be kind of biased for me because that's like right around the time I started getting into the genre. You know, between that album and even the Virtua and Lux's stuff and 2814. It's definitely good, like entry level, to get in the scene, and I think like, after that, the genre really slowly started taking off because not too long later we were starting to see like live events and the pandemic. But I don't know. I think that was around the time period where like a lot more people were getting into the scene, and
I think a lot of people that song hit a lot of people at the right time. It continues to. And I think it's like for entry level songs, like for the scene, I do think of things like that, like Better by St. Pepsi as well. If you're on the other end.
Oh yeah, fire track.
Yeah.
Short stuff.
Shout out, Ryan.
Question:
Yes.
Short stuff. Is there such thing as objectively bad music? And if so, I want to hear some examples. What's some objectively bad music?
Oh, you're really gonna put me there.
Uh-oh.
I want to hear
it. We haven't got you right in the center cube, and you got to answer that question.
So this is going to be a hot take, but yeah, definitely, there's definitely some bad music. I know that there's music, like noise music, that people enjoy unironically, but yeah, I can name off a couple of like bad vaporwave tracks, but
Damn.
yeah, there's
Getting the hot
definitely
take started already.
definitely music. Yeah, it's obviously everybody is on their own journey of what music is, what people like, but there's definitely something that's just universally hated, and yeah, there's definitely bad music.
What's the universally hated one? Tell us.
Yes.
I mean, it's kind of. I mean,
Come on,
I
spill.
want to hear what you got to say.
I mean, it's got to be like. I mean, Merzbow. I mean, noise music. Most people,
What?
People would not say Merzbow was good music. I know there's a lot of people out there that like it, but
you say like universally, more people would say no. So is that how we
Yeah.
decide what is bad music? Is it like there's like a percentage? If you get over to like a certain percentage of people
Yeah.
not liking it, does that now make it objectively bad?
yeah, it's
An
what the
interesting point.
consensus
Who-
says.
I can't
Yeah.
even keep track of everybody now. Is this
There's
me?
no
Yeah.
music
Yeah.
that's objectively
I
bad.
gotta
There's
put
no
my-
music that's objectively bad. No music
Damn.
is objectively bad.
What about
It's like a
music that's
comic
made?
Thank
Like,
you
what
for
about
this
music
art.
that's just made to like
Show him my Christmas
to
card.
make money? Oh, holy shit,
Love
that's
it.
adorable.
That music that was made just to make money is still not objectively bad, because I was just on hold with Xfinity for like fucking like an hour and a half, and they were playing the same 2-minute like jazz like funk loop hold music, and it was fire, and music was only
He
made.
said it was fire. Was it
for-
Opus number 1 though?
Ooh,
I don't know.
When they drop in.
yeah.
No music is objectively bad. The person that made that music that is made for money, like, put some sort of artistry into making it. Like, put some sort of skill and like thought into it. And like that music could make money because people like enjoy it for whatever its purpose is. So that therefore it's not objectively bad.
And its purpose is being
Do you think as long as there's purpose or skill, then it's not objectively so that nothing can be objectively bad because there's always purpose or skill.
Hey,
behind
don't forget about priority speaker there, Bucko.
Yes.
Oh, wait.
I told you I was gonna have to
no one was
remind
talking
you.
over me at the time. It's fine. Didn't even
That's
forget.
facts.
This is fun. We should do more shows like this.
I agree.
Great.
In real.
What's up?
Yeah, in rail.
In real, I have a question for you.
Yeah.
Oh shit, hang on. I have
for
I'm hitting the space bar in the wrong window.
You can hear me, right?
In real, are you the kind of person that refuses to give track IDs?
No, hell no. Fuck that.
Yeah, that's so shitty.
You can hear me, right? Am I tweaking?
Absolutely. No, I
Yeah,
can
we
hear
can
you.
hear
I
you.
just
I hear
you
you.
DJ a lot, so
Okay.
I want to know if you're one of those types of people.
Do you spread
Nah,
the
fuck
love?
that shit. That's like gatekeeping.
Yeah, we don't like.
I can kind of understand if in some scenarios, like in order to build hype or, promote something, but like, why can't I see the name of your song? Why should it be that special? You know, that you can't tell me the name of it. Like, it's this weird exclusivity thing that I don't know. Personally, people can do that for their own reasons, but I think it's gatekeeping.
It is.
Is there anybody here that doesn't give track IDs?
No one in this room is gonna say yes to that, Isaac. That's
Come
crazy.
on.
We don't need to ask.
This is enchantment.
Maybe they have a good reason.
These samples are my samples and no one else's.
Yeah.
Get your hands on
Have
it.
it.
You can't sample Michael Jackson too. You can't do that. No.
Oh my god.
Absolutely no one is gonna agree. Like, but that's something I see that happens more with a lot of people who are specifically like DJs in like a DJ community. Sometimes they do that sort of thing. They're also the same kind of people that get angry if you have if you do like a 2010s like hip hop party and then someone else does it. They're like, you stole my theme. I'm like, bitch, it's 2010s. It's a genre. It's like an era. You can't steal that.
We can all.
I mean,
we
producers
can all
feel
have
the same
track
way about
rage.
gatekeeping when it comes to sharing tracks for DJing.
Yeah.
Another question.
Agreed.
Isaac, do another one.
Okay, welcome to the show, Deja Vu. I want to know what is
Nice match.
like. Can you hear us? Deja Vu.
Do you hear us
Yeah, I
talking?
can hear you guys.
Word.
I want to know, are you like, when you are sharing music with people, are you really like forward with it? Are you kind of like you want everyone to hear what you're into, or are you a little more reserved and like you wait for people to ask you to put your music on? Do you wait for the aux cord, or do you grab the aux cord?
Oh, yeah.
I grab the aux cord. I just tell them.
Yeah.
Damn, I wish I could say the same.
At life by the aux cord.
Seize the day. Grab the aux cord.
Yeah, grab it. Firm it.
Oh man, I gotta change my.
I'm always
I feel
afraid I'm gonna get laughed out of the room.
Since vaporwave is like so niche, I feel like, you know, trying to get people interested in like your favorite artist is like my favorite thing. Like, oh, have you heard this person's, you know, stuff? And they're like, oh, I haven't. Like, I've been introduced to so many new artists by somebody just recommending me in vaporwave, because like it's really hard. I don't know, vaporwave's kind of hard to find.
What would you say is the best
streaming.
entry level artist to share it with? Who's the best entry level?
Damn, that's a really good question.
Oh, that would be Luxury Elite.
Yeah.
She's amazing.
Real. I'd
It
agree.
depends on what entry level is. If it's like a complete like a person
Will
who
hates
doesn't
Luxury
listen.
Elite.
No, I'm just saying in general. It depends. Like if there's someone that's like super into like music and like knows a bunch of different stuff, like
oh no,
maybe you'd show them like
Maybe just like the generic person off the street, you know, they only
Yeah.
listen to Justin Bieber, Dua Lipa. How are you gonna bring them into the genre of vaporwave?
Oh,
St. Pepsi.
yeah.
home resonance.
Future funk for sure.
St. Pepsi is definitely, yeah, whoever said
Show 'em
that.
faith,
Ooh,
show 'em
future
faith
funk.
and
That's an
persona.
interesting pathway to bring someone into vaporwave. So, who would you recommend the future funk of? You know,
gosh, Cyan.
of great
I mean,
importance.
You're not
St.
gonna get me
Pepsi.
with that one.
Barb Walters.
If only there was someone here who made the great.
Yeah, if only there was someone who
music.
could, you know, speak to future funk.
Fiber.
If only there was a savior of future funk here who just came along with like the perfect
Yeah.
sound. Where could he be? Wait. Do you have a suggestion for that?
Guys, I think we should all put our hands behind and really push, you know, EVXE. I mean, the guy is incredible.
Yeah,
Like,
EV.EXI
my
is really
Lord.
good.
He is great.
You know, I heard that's Matt's. You know, he's coming up in the scene. I think
Matt,
y'all
you
should
know,
check him out.
You know, he
Someone was recommending him
collaborated
earlier.
with somebody on here, you know, twice on Twitter. You know,
Yeah.
really incredible.
Have you guys
That
ever had that
album
like feeling
emailed.
of throwing your pearls before swine when you show someone something and like they
Love
don't listen
using that
at all?
expression. Isaac uses
What
that
is that?
expression
Like
every
the
other
What
part,
does that mean? I've never
like
heard that.
you've never heard
Did you
someone
bring
say
it up
throwing
in
your
on
pearls
them?
before
Well, think
swine.
about throwing pearls before
Well, why would you
swine.
throw
That
pearls at
swine's
a
not gonna
swine?
understand the pearls.
Is this a Midwest saying?
No, it's actually from the Holy
I'm from the
Bible.
Midwest, and I
Sir.
never heard this crap.
That's a comic
So it's
strip
like
in the
when you
comics,
okay,
in
have
the
you ever
Sunday
went to show
Funny.
somebody a song you liked and they like didn't listen and the part that you really wanted them to hear they were like on their phone or whatever?
Yeah.
That's what it
That
is. Have
sucks.
you guys ever I
Yeah,
think it's a universally shared experience, no?
Yeah, but
Yeah.
Has Luxury Elite done that to you, Isaac?
Bro, whenever
I
whenever
mean, we
put-
live together. At this point, I think we've both done it to each other at least once.
I always be putting a song on in the car, and I'm like, you know, trying to test it out and play really loud, and I'm like, oh, this is gonna be so sick, and I'm like so ready, and then like someone like starts talking or turns it down right when
Yeah.
like, bro,
That's when
It's
they get
the
the boo.
When it's your own music, it's the worst too. It's like,
yeah, I agree.
God damn it.
There's a whole other layer of like of self-consciousness that goes on with that. Like it's already a self-conscious thing to share something with somebody in the first place, and then add the dimension of, oh, I also made it. Oh, and
I
now
find
you're
it-
walking to get some, you're gonna go into the kitchen to get some pretzels.
I find this thing with iClick songs, like a lot of iClick songs, like stop or whatever, or like will fade out or something, and it'll be like not actually over, and then the
Oh, no.
person will be like, "Oh, like that was sick" or whatever, like, and then it'll start again, and it's like, "Oh, like that's awkward."
It's a false
Yeah,
placating
no.
spot.
they're like listening to.
F.
Can you speed up? Can you press fast forward and just like skip past this part? I got something to do, you know.
I got something to do.
That's their
I can't
moment
sit here
to
for 2
say it.
minutes.
There's a brief pause.
I can't listen to this iClick song for longer than like
Oh,
5
no.
seconds. Is that okay?
I think people's attention spans are just screwed.
We make it that way intentionally.
All right, question, Vincent. What is a cringy behavior in the scene that you wish would stop? Either Vincent can answer.
Which Vincent?
Either Vincent Remember or Vincent Van Gogh.
There's two Vincents, yeah.
No.
So let's hear from Van Gogh first, and then let's hear from Vincent Remember.
I mean,
Vince Van Gogh, then Vincent Remember.
Cringy.
That's how it looks on the thing. Go.
I don't know. I feel like people kind of overinflate their egos, especially in vaporwave or the vaporwave scene. And I make music and I talk to these people as friends first and foremost.
Got any name drops?
Damn.
I'm
not here to.
I heard Sevbot's just a big butt
We're not
chaser.
spilling tea here.
Hot take.
But yeah, no, it's just I make music to have fun, and really express myself. So I really think that's what it should be first and foremost. But that's my opinion.
I appreciate that.
That's a good answer. Let's hear from Vincent Remember.
Yeah, I'm going to piggyback off of what Vincent said regarding how people just have egos, and I got in this shit. I got in this to have fun, and at a certain point when a certain record label, became what it was, then it was like, contact my assistant if you want to get paid. It's like, bro, why have to contact your assistant? I have direct access to you.
Yeah. What the fuck?
Good answer. All right, I got a question. I had a question for Wiz. Who should we bring on the show next?
Let's see. I'm kind of interested to see more. Now that it's like in a newer kind of generation of people that are putting out first albums, I'm kind of interested to see why people are going back to classic style stuff. So any artist like Mom and Dad's Computer or something like that.
Mom and Dad's
more
Computer.
like, yeah, there's somebody I've been listening to. Yeah, just to find out, like, they're getting the nostalgia of nostalgia. Like, it's a secondhand nostalgia.
Very
rather
interesting,
than from an original source. It's coming from inspired by vaporwave. So I think that'd be interesting because I just can't really see that pipeline. So it'd be interesting to hear what somebody had to say about how they got that way, how they got that way. What messed them up so bad?
Let's send them down this road.
Did it to you?
What went wrong?
All right. Yeah, I mean, I'm interested because
what the hell?
People that started a while ago, it wasn't as much. I'm not to say this is a bad thing or a bad pipeline, but there wasn't as much idol worship, of like vaporwave musicians. But now the people that are starting out in vaporwave, it's very much like, oh, how'd you get into it? And then they talk about vaporwave musicians. So hearing that and how they're forming their own style, I'm kind of interested to see how they're going to go from what they're inspired by in the scene to how are they going to make something that's their own. So I'm curious to see how they break out of that,
Yeah.
Good.
All right, guys, we're going to swap some of y'all out. And while we do that, I want to ask a question to Celadon Dream Suite. What is a piece of art that you think exists only for commercial or non-artistic purposes?
Ooh.
Well, there's that statue in Times Square that was across from the bowl that was put there by some like banking organization just to like organize themselves or advertise themselves. So I don't know. I guess like art that exists solely to advertise would be a good example, but I'm struggling to think of a lot of examples off the top of my head.
That's a decent answer. I mean, yeah, that's
super mainstream
facts.
pop music.
That too.
Like, pick your pick of like any rapper that's like chasing a trend from like 6-7 years ago, and like rap's not even that hot right now, and they're making like the same stuff. Like people that just don't innovate or don't try something new, don't work with other artists,
Yeah, that makes like the people who like are writing singles just because they need to have something, and it's just I'm just gonna like, here's a beat, I didn't really think about it, here you go. I don't know, there's probably more art to that than just what I'm saying, but it might be an example of like I'm just making this because I have to make something, not because I want to.
Oh yeah, true. Like feeling like forced, like trying to do something to appeal to. And I'm guilty of this too. Like I definitely do this as well sometimes. But like writing something because you think the algorithm's gonna like it versus taking like a artistic or creative risk and doing something and saying fuck it, we ball, you know.
Right, but I guess when you're doing something like that, it probably is impossible to not put a little bit of your soul into it.
Oh yeah, I mean I wouldn't be releasing any of my stuff if I didn't feel like some sort of passion behind it. But I could definitely see like. I mean, because if you're making vaporwave to begin with, like you have to have some sort of like passion for like a niche subject that isn't going to be like super widespread. But for people that make like pop or rap, you know, that's going to be an area where you are going to kind of sacrifice a little bit of creativity because it's kind of just been so done to death.
Yeah, no, I don't think anyone who is entering vaporwave for commercial success is not a bright person.
Yeah. It's looking in the wrong place.
What do you mean, Porter Vaughn? He's a millionaire.
Luxury Noise, I want to hear from you real quick. What is a common misconception about your work, Lux Noise?
Oh, I don't know. Do people talk about it?
All right, back on.
I think they
That
do.
it's moody.
I certainly
I don't
do.
feel like I'm that moody. All right, Soft Replica said it was moody. I think that's fair, but it's also
Moody?
like I don't think I'm that moody. I think I'm just sort of all. I think it's more all over the place than moody or dark or broody or anything like that. But maybe it's the Cure fan in me. I don't know.
It's just coming out.
I mean, I
It's just
like
kinda being
emotional music
transmitted.
personally.
But I don't know that there are that many misconceptions about my work. Ask me in like 2 years when I hear some people talk.
Right.
But how do I?
What's up, King Courts and company?
Hey, what up?
We got Christ, we got Disco, we got Fiber, we got a lot of new people in here now.
I got a question for Christ. What is something that artists do that get under your skin?
Oh,
That's a good question for you.
Okay, I'm sorry. Why would you ask me a question like that?
Because you have
deal with
so
so
much
many
content.
artists,
Come on, it's a
silly
anyone can answer.
Anyone can answer it. You can answer it.
Really?
You've had to deal with the most artists. Silly goose.
I don't know. The thing that I mean, maybe it's the American in me, but you know, I sometimes deal with artists where English isn't their first language. Some things get lost in translation, and that could be kind of. I mean, like they can't help it. I can't help it. I don't speak. You know, whatever it is, they don't speak English, so it's like. That could be a little bit annoying, frustrating if more so, you know.
Communication is your least
liked.
Yeah,
communication.
That's
Honestly,
understandable.
you know, that could be a bit of a sour point.
Answer.
Yeah, I mean, I work in sales, so I understand language barriers are stressful.
Same here.
Charming
Take
man in
some
the world because he knows how to sell people.
lessons. That's the answer.
LMAO.
It's an opportunity to learn together.
Yeah, you're not wrong at all.
True.
That's what
Mr.
I would
Hosteen,
do
are you with
anyway.
us?
Hey, can y'all?
I'm gonna try to study Portuguese.
Fat Betty. Mr. Hosteen, how do you feel about separating art from the artist?
Like alts and Windows 96 and.
Sorry, that's a really good question. Like I do.
I know you've struggled with it, so.
Yeah. Ooh, yeah, that is yeah, because of course, Roisin Murphy. Yeah, like she was someone I really looked up to, and ended up like being all turf on us. So like,
yeah, that's rough.
I definitely feel like when it comes to like their like platform in a sense, because like with the audience she was cultivating, like it was definitely a bit dangerous to like keep enabling their practices. So I feel like, I guess like for some artists that might be necessary, so at least their fan bases don't feel enabled to like share a lot of the same either misguided or like malicious beliefs that they might have. Like especially like, I guess for Kanye right now, who is doing a lot of that, I feel like that same thing should apply to him in a sense, even though he's way worse, if that makes sense.
Yeah, I feel that. I don't know. I feel like I saw the thing coming with Kanye for a long time. I don't know.
Yeah.
Am I the only one?
No.
I wasn't surprised.
No, it was definitely a long
I
time.
mean, I can't
coming,
know his
especially,
reality
like,
or his struggle, but like,
recently. Yeah.
I mean, he definitely spiraled after his mother died. So, like,
That's true.
if you asked me like Kanye in 2008, what I thought, I'm like, no, not at all. Like, he's non-problematic. But then now in 2024, Kanye, yeah, that's a totally different story. So, yeah,
It was like watching him fall down the stairs in slow motion.
yeah.
I think the yes men he surrounded himself with gave like diluted him a little bit.
He also
Yeah,
just didn't
facts.
take meds and stuff, and
I
so
think
that's like a huge thing with somebody who's like bipolar. Like if you don't take meds, like you will just get worse. I guess it really depends on his diagnosis and whatnot. Also, Discaholic, I just want to mention that whenever your face goes out of screen, and it's like the splash screen pops up, it's absolutely terrifying. It's actually scaring the shit out of me right now.
I
When
have told
saw
Skelly
it, I
many
freaked
times I
out.
would kill to have like a quarter of that man's skill in live streaming.
Oh, stop. Mwah, mwah.
I mean, I've been there for some moments where things went haywire, but still, like, damn, that's
Is Mike-
aspirations.
Yo, shout out to Hot Takes. You know what I'm saying?
Shout out to Hot Takes.
Shout out to Hot
Shout
Takes.
out.
Shout out.
Shout out Hot Takes.
Shout out Hot Takes.
All right.
So,
who else
what
do we
does
have here
everybody
that's a
think
mod?
about
Someone else with a
John
question.
Mouse being canceled last year from Electronicon?
Yes, let's absolutely talk about that.
Oof.
Well, I heard you guys talking about Kanye when I came in, and
No,
I thought about John Mouse and him being canceled from the show, and I just wanted to hear what anybody else had to say about that. I'll tell you what I think is like. I thought it was totally okay for him to be on the show, given that if it wasn't for his music, I don't think I would have done the type of music that I do. Just like I'm sure George Clanton thought that he belongs in the history of whatever it is we're a part of. And
it's not like he doesn't. It's not like he isn't part of the history of what we do. He just, because there was some tension, couldn't just be at one event. And it wasn't really, it wasn't much. It's just, there's so many, when you're throwing a festival, the amount of people that you have to keep happy, you know what I mean? The amount of responsibility is just, I couldn't even comprehend it. So it's just,
Yeah,
it
facts.
sucks. It sucks, but like you don't want to, it sucks. You don't want people to lose focus of the entire event itself. And sometimes that sort of thing has to happen. It sucks. In retrospect, I think people are going to deeply regret that. They're going to kind of regret that had to happen. But it doesn't erase him or his influence from the actual other artists at all. It was one event that just didn't work out.
I think George just felt like we were mature enough to just look past differences like that. I think he hoped that we would,
Yeah, I think he hoped.
Yeah, I definitely think there was an overreaction.
People look to artists as role models. That is just the culture that we deal with nowadays. And so whether people like it or not, an artist's actions is like a representation of what they're putting out, right? There were some questionable things that were brought up that led to John Mouse's removal. And so unfortunately the way that we have I guess in the industry, because in a way this does kind of have to deal with industry stuff, is the optics game of it all, right? And is it going to be like a good or a bad idea to bring this person? And if a section of the fan base says, based on this person's political leaning or their background, that they might make the event worse, that's something that 100% had to factor in. And I don't really think that in those sorts of circumstances there is really a good solution where everybody is happy, but it just had to happen, and that's just how it ended up happening.
Yeah, I think that makes
Totally
sense. The pressure must have been enormous at the time to just make the festival work out. But I just remember seeing John Mouse. He played a show once in Brooklyn, probably 12, 13 years ago. And the crowd was completely chill. There was no sketchy people with problematic views in his audience. And I don't think he would have brought any kind
I don't
of
think he would have. I think the
strange
crowd,
of course not.
vibe to the show.
It's so
Hey, yo,
yeah.
if I can say something,
online, right?
Sure.
You can make it seem
if I can say
so
something,
scary.
and let me, this is a hot take, all right?
Damn.
If I can say something, let me say at the end of the day, it was just a bunch of soft fucking retards that had like a real fucking opinion that was not really based in reality. And George Clanton just wanted an artist that he was inspired by to play at his show. And people need to get the fuck over it. It wasn't an attack upon anyone. It was just, this is an artist that I appreciate that has inspired me. Fuck all this political shit. We're here to do culture. And people had, like, everyone now always wants to scream about everything. So that's my honest opinion, is just a bunch of, like, how soft people have become, where it's like, if I don't agree with every single thing, I can't support your art. And it's like, that's not really real. That's not based in reality.
Wouldn't you say that
That's
calling
a hot
people
take.
Wouldn't you say that calling people soft is in itself like an emotional reaction that doesn't look at the, like, I guess the optical nature of the reality that we live in right now? Just some food for thought.
You can say whatever you want, but I don't think George or John did anything wrong. Like
I don't think that the intention
have
was
their
bad.
own opinions.
I don't
They're
think
allowed to
anybody
both
is
have their own opinions.
disagreeing that the intention was malicious or anything of that nature. I don't think anybody is arguing that.
Well, it's just like I've had this argument with a million people. It's like, how can you enjoy Burzum? And it's like, well, Burzum put out a really good album in 1994, and the music is great. Do I enjoy the man himself? No. But do I enjoy his art? Yes. So it's always
you
that
can't
argument.
go back and not enjoy something that inspired you, right?
I say that all the time. I can't go back and not enjoy stuff I like. It belongs to me. The art now belongs to me. I don't care who made it. I don't have to particularly, support stuff if they've done something terrible. But like, I already heard it. It already moved me.
I mean, I don't pay for Sewer Slide albums
unmoved.
anymore.
I would be disingenuous if I pretended to be unmoved by something that moved me.
I don't think anybody
that's
is
just
saying
the end
that
of
you
the
can't
argument.
be
It's
moved
just
by
like-
it either.
It's just like, yeah, you can
like so many people like Kanye
West's
West's music, right? Like,
Yeah, I feel that.
I think it's about deplatforming.
He made graduation.
Well, we're gonna go ahead and swap some people out now.
Yeah, sorry.
I feel like it's an appropriate time.
Sorry about that.
No, nobody owes anybody an apology. I don't think.
No, it's a safe space.
Quiz question for you, buddy. Do you prefer slow or fast music, loud or quiet, maximal or minimal?
That's a crazy question to ask me because
That is
my
a
whole
crazy
life
question. Damn.
it's been fast music. I'm like a thrash metal, speed metal, huge fan of that for like my whole life. And in the past like year, I've recently gotten into like slower music thanks to Vaporwave, frankly. And listening to stuff like I got to watch like 3D Blast produce, and all of his stuff was like 90 to 100 BPM, and I was just thinking, like, wow, I like everything. I like how this sounds slowed down. Now I'm working on material, and all of it is like 70 to 90 BPM. I'm like, who am I? I don't know what I've become, but
Nice.
right now I'm all about the slow music.
Can I say something unrelated?
Sure.
Yes, you can.
Skeleton Lipstick, you remind me vaguely of House MD for some reason. I don't know why.
That's so fun.
LMAO.
That's great.
But
he does.
I mean, you are a surgeon, right? So I guess that kind of checks out.
He
Dr.
does.
Chris, get in here and solve the problem weirdly.
I need to solve the problem weird. Solve the problem, but make it weird. Make it a really strange, circuitous way to do that.
Piss off at least 3 people before anyone gets healed.
Discoholic, how do you feel about covers and remixes?
Awesome. I love covers. I love remixes, especially as a way to discover songs that you might have never even had a way of hearing without the remix or the cover. I love them. And they also
That's
serve
a really
as,
good answer.
They also serve as different artistic interpretations and avenues towards a different, different way of interpreting the original idea and making it either better or making it different, just expanding upon the original idea, making original ideas more of a, multiverse, like universe of ideas that stemmed from the original song. You know what I'm saying? I love them.
Oh, yeah. I get exactly what you're saying, dude. Hell yeah.
What? Okay. Can I ask you a question? Okay.
Me?
No.
Yes. I can ask you a question. I feel like it's only fair.
It is.
You asked me, I asked you. Okay. What color is your underwear?
Who's answering the question?
It's blue.
You.
Me?
Yeah.
I don't wear underwear.
Okay. Right.
Wait, are you serious?
No.
Yeah, really? On hot takes.
That's
This is a take that I didn't want to hear.
My
I'm
man
sorry,
goes
guys.
commando. I respect
what
that.
I just said, that is way more controversial than what anyone else has said tonight. So I hope that me saying that has erased
There you go.
bad feelings. Like
Stanley, you're so
I
brave.
said that's the
No.
most controversial
End the
thing.
episode
You're
here,
so
please.
brave.
I'll be nice again, okay? And we
You're
can-
free balling in your
good.
scrub.
So brave.
Just, no shame in going commando.
we
Yeah.
say.
Bro, I went commando to the store today.
What if you
Alright,
cheat,
We can all
though?
focus on
My-
that
my-
embarrassing fact about me. All right,
My
and
pants
that's
are
true,
loose.
and I'm not lying about that. So let's keep going.
Oh,
How do you
okay.
chafe though? Don't you chafe?
Chafing.
With underwear,
That's not a problem. That's not a problem for House over here, Dr. House.
Oh my god.
All to do is work.
We piss off
Genuinely
three people
thought that you
before I
were like
solve the
joking
problem.
for like a
Right.
second.
Solve the problem, Commando.
The problem is piss off 3 people first.
Actually, I wear 2 pairs of underwear.
Oh,
Damn.
fuck
It's
yeah.
hot. It's very like it gets like I don't know.
Yeah, and it's a horde as well.
Right.
Yeah, you should take a look at the Heat Tech boxers from Uniqlo. That shit is like it's like not wearing anything.
Oh, okay. I'm gonna write. Thanks, Alex.
What
I'm
if
gonna
you
write that
want
one
to
down,
feel like you're
actually.
wearing
I've
something?
been- look, I don't know if I
Don't
should
wear it.
live this
They're
way.
really
This is
really
how I do.
breathable. I like wear them to like go work out and stuff because you know.
Uniqlo.
I really
Well-
like where this conversation is headed.
I know. I've been
Me
loving
too.
it.
I
I'm
like
on a
this
roller
one too
coaster.
now.
You know.
Yeah,
I
thanks
like
for the
this too now.
distraction, Disco.
Yeah.
Thank
I got a
you,
question
Disco.
from Moore's
I
Anima.
appreciate that, Disco. Thank you.
Moore's Anima. What is an actor artist that you've loved for the longest amount of time?
Actor, artist, actor or artist?
Like a musical
Yes, or
act
artist.
or artist?
And you don't have to say me.
Good question. That I've loved for a long time. I
The
probably
longest
have
amount
to
of time.
say, as far back as probably Justice. I've been listening to.
Yeah.
Oh, fuck yeah.
Hell yeah.
Justice.
Hell yeah.
Did you like the new single?
Yo, I'm dapping you up virtually right now. Here you go.
Yeah, I want to know if you guys like the new Justice too.
Yeah, I'm hyped for
Ooh,
the.
that's a hot take on its own for me.
Well, no, I have a thought about the music video that they recently did and why I love it so much. When I first watched the music video, the new one that they just released, when I was watching, I was like, okay, wait, this might be AI generated. And then once I got to the end of the video and I saw the credits roll, all the fucking people that put work into making that put such a big smile on my face. Because it was like, okay, this isn't AI generated. This is actually like really cool. So then that made me think that like, how cool would it be if like, because I feel like AI generated videos, like it can produce some cool stuff and it definitely has like its own like aesthetic and its own like visual look to it. But like, how cool would it be if like humans approach that sort of look and like if we made like human-made AI type of videos? You know what I mean?
I think
feel like
AI
I feel like
ooh,
that's
as a tool.
Let's talk about
is
AI.
Totally valid.
Talk about
Oh,
AI.
no.
That's on.
I want to do that one.
That's a can of
Ooh,
worms.
hot takes.
Let's circle back to the talk about AI part.
Yeah.
I love AI.
We're all gonna be
think
body.
it could
I
a
mean, it's
tool.
definitely useful, right?
Yeah, I
The
think
government put a chip in my brain. I love Midjourney. It's cool.
Yo, we have the first human with Neuralink installed in their brains live in chats.
Good.
Wait, we
so
should get them on
you're the one,
AI
you're the
is
one
not
they're doing
really
testing
cooked.
on.
Yeah, I feel like AI is not
Wasn't-
really cooked yet.
Wasn't there a
Like,
monkey
Right.
that got like a Neuralink implanted and then died like 6 months later?
Yeah,
was
there's
me.
actually a person. Yeah, there's actually a person that just got it recently, which is terrifying. But
Rest in peace,
in terms of
Monkey.
like the AI discussion, I think that I mean personally, I have used AI. I'm not afraid to like admit it, but I've used it for things such as starting like trying to find like places on where to start writing lyrics, right? So I'm usually not taking from those, but it's giving me ideas
So
and sort of
inspiration.
like yeah, inspiration for things. It's kind of like a platform to get
Yeah, you're
myself
using it as a
going,
tool.
like, and that is really cool. I used AI to generate images of various color palettes that I would want to use for like artwork, for world building. I think these are where like the use of AI comes in handy the most. As opposed to, I think, people advocating it as like this replacement for, I guess, like people who are artists, right? It's usually for like, in my opinion, like a profit incentive or something like that. It's like, okay, we're gonna replace script writers with like AI or something like that, which I don't even really think is possible at this time. But I think
I would
that's
agree
where
with
it
that. I would
comes
use it.
into play. I think it's where it's the most effective, at least at this point.
Yeah, I would agree as well.
It's definitely not like possible at this time to replace right. Did you guys? I tried to watch. There was like an AI generated South Park episode. And it was just terrible.
What?
It is advancing very quickly.
I mean, they can't even do
That is
fingers.
something to note.
I think the great replacement
Or letters.
idea of AI is where it's deeply flawed for the casual premise, but like designers can go to AI and use it to build all kinds of elements and pour it into, real art. And how is that different from when designers were stealing images out of magazines and modifying it? To me, it's like you've at least got the potential to create something from the ground up that's more conceptually where you want it to be, and a talented Photoshop editor can go in there and do their real art on that, So I think some people lack vision and got so whipped up by a click-hungry media that was the one chiefly behind the ad, like, oh, they're coming, they're gonna take your fucking jobs. We all make music. This shit has been devalued for so long, we've forgotten how to get paid. So, like, all of a sudden, we're all like, oh my god, graphic design is gonna just fucking appear because there's a robot out there that still can't write words in a design.
Yeah, I think people are just afraid the river's going to run dry.
But I do think it is advancing. Like, for example, like in terms of like things such as like code generation, right? Like self-writing code, or like now in certain instances, like with certain like larger language models, like you're seeing, I guess they're not even really incremental changes, they're like generational changes that would otherwise be happening with technology like over the course of 1 to 2 years that are now happening like in months. I do think that we've sort of plateaued to a certain extent. Like you see things like ChatGPT not really improving much over, and then a lot of these companies are like, oh, well, our incentive is to try to make money out of this, so how are we going to do it? And I think that's where like a lot of people are running into like, oh, well, if we can't make money, then we can't keep this going, right? So it's kind of, it's tricky.
Somebody in the chat mentioned NFTs, and I can't help but remember it's like not even a year and a half since a bunch of dipshits were making bored apes and trying to sell them.
Hey, not all NFTs.
Oh, Price is in the chat.
Look,
Remember, Price.
Okay. I will say this. You go, John, because you're the NFT expert.
I was going to say, not all NFTs are the
Put that under John's window.
Fuck off.
Priority speaker, Skelly.
Hey, everyone, shut up and let
Hit
John
that
talk.
space bar.
I was going to say about AI that what I love about the music side of it, the sample splitting.
Yes. Oh my god.
Honestly,
100%.
it's a game changer. It makes actually sampling, because there's always like there's been songs I've always wanted to sample, but there's always like something I can't get rid of in it that just ruins it. Now I can go back and I can I can work with stuff. I could just take out the stuff I don't want.
The use of AI for like like what would otherwise be like phase cancellation work that like you could only do if you had, for example, like the identical studio master and the identical instrumental. right?
Yeah.
Being able to rip those things out, I think, has definitely created like very interesting sort of forays into, I think, like sample-based music and like music in general. But again, I think it is an example of like a tool that, like, it's sort of like AI is being used as a tool by people. That's where it's most effective, I feel like, as opposed to what people say where it's like, oh, we're gonna fucking replace graphic designers or like painters and stuff like that. It's just best used in conjunction with kind of like creativity, like human creativity. It's kind of inherently a flawed process, but that's like the charm of it.
I think the only people who would even, because some people will be replaced by AI. That's a, it's just a fact of how it is. You know, people are replaced by machines.
Yeah.
But you know, I mean, it's going to be on a much smaller scale, I think, as far as like creative things go. If you're, again, coding stuff, yeah, if you're doing that sort of stuff, I mean, creative stuff, man-made stuff in that realm. I mean, it'll just become another tool in the tool belt, and won't be, you know, this thing that completely wipes us all out. Photography didn't kill the painter, you know.
Yeah,
it just changed. It changed what.
And video did not kill the radio star.
You
only make for a good song.
Radio. I mean, internet killed the radio star.
Yeah, facts.
Sorry if I was blowing your
DJs
guys' ears out with the awful C920 camera.
You sound better.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, just go let me know. Like, hey, your microphone is shit.
I didn't say that verbatim.
I think that's Quiz's thing.
I think it's Quiz's that's all scratchy, but it's okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Quiz does have a scribbly.
Yeah, it's okay. I mean, a little scraping never bothered anybody. I have a question for Luxury Elite. Hey Lux, what is your favorite experience that you've had playing a live show? Like, what's a special experience or like cool story?
Oh dear. First and foremost, okay, cool, my mic is on. I could never see it highlight, so it was like, oh shit. Somebody's gonna ask me a question. Cool. Okay, I'm glad. So favorite live show experience. I guess I could say I've had a lot of fun shows in the last year, but I think that Flamingo Fest ended up being the best one because
shout out Flamingo Fest.
Sick. I did not get sick afterward.
Yeah.
I have a bad habit of going too hard and then getting very sick afterward, and that did not happen. I was able to pace myself perfectly, but I don't know, the set went well. Everybody responded really well to it. Visuals were great. It was a lot of fun.
You did so good. You did so good.
Thank you.
Yeah, having seen you live many times, it really was one of your best.
I appreciate
Yeah, I remember like the crowd was vibing insanely hard to your
Dude,
set.
that place.
So were you.
Shots.
That room was packed. That room was absolutely packed.
I did not even realize it until I saw photos, and I was like, "Oh, holy shit! Okay,
Yeah,
that's cool."
I still think anything will beat the performance of Midwest Aesthetic with a little toy saxophone.
Oh,
that was
yeah.
the best for me. That was
she
iconic.
did that in St.
I love
Louis
that.
too.
For those of you guys that have performed, when you're done, do you still have jitters or is it all washed away?
Still kind of have jitters. Like, I don't know. I still get like afterward I'm still kind of reeling from it. It's like the anxiety is still there, but it's also mixed with an adrenaline rush. Does that make sense?
It's like coming down from a high.
Yeah, the jitters never go away. You just get better.
I don't really think that they go away. Yeah, I'm always kind of freaked out like after, like before like a show, and it sort of melts away to an extent. But I've been doing shows since I was like 15, and I really don't feel like that's changed.
For me, my stomach turns, and I feel like there's knots in my stomach.
Yeah, my first time playing was when I was 14 also, and it's always been the same. It's like you're nervous until the song starts, and then it's like, all right, now I go.
Yep.
True.
I can't eat
Guys,
on
I'm gonna
show
do another
days
quick
very much.
switcheroo.
All right.
If you end up back in public access, stick around. We'll bring you back shortly.
Really?
Sure thing.
But yeah, I was kind of curious if that was like a thing that all performers experience. Like, I know Vape Error will play a set and then like lay down for an hour.
He's like, well, how's it for you?
Yeah, I have to go outside. Like, I feel bad for the person that plays after me because I cannot support them. Like, I gotta go.
I do the same thing. I get fresh air and then I crash.
Yeah, I turn into a couch, bud.
Yeah,
I
no,
can only
I've
imagine.
had multiple times where like after a show, like I finish at like 2:30 a.m. or something, and then people come up to me and they're like, "What's the move?" Bro, what's the move?
Going home and going the fuck to bed is the
What is the
move.
move?
Bro, it's 5 a.m. It's time to go to the after party. Shut the fuck up, bitch. I'm
Dude,
going to
I
bed.
fucking. Oh my god, dude.
I don't know how
Yo,
you do
Dude, the
that.
after parties. I have to skip the after party. I can't do it.
Right,
I can't do it.
You gotta
Yeah,
fly
I
home,
look forward to the after
I've been
party.
going.
What do you mean?
I've been going like goblin mode, especially like at MagFest. So I did go to the after parties.
No shit, you're at MagFest?
I still don't know how y'all do it, honestly.
Goblin mode, huh?
You do it.
Like being a part of like the Montem, like when they would set things up, I'm just in awe of like how like not only efficient but just being able to like socialize and just get out there. It's like insane. I feel like I have to rest once I get in the building just to like recollect.
Well, think of Nike,
Yeah, no shit, right?
Nike.
See, I feel
Just
like
do it.
interacting with people at shows like energizes me. I live for it. I'm the person that actually goes to after parties. I'm like,
that's what I'm
like,
here
let's
for.
go.
Yep,
Let's
same
go.
I look
Respect.
forward to it.
I wanted to stay for the after party at Flamingo Fest so bad, but I was beat because of 3 hours off because it was West Coast. I'm from the East Coast. So I'm 3 hours off, and I had a flight the next day, and I was like, I gotta go home.
Yeah.
I wanted to stay and maybe like see if I could just sell like 2 or 3 more tapes. I just gave them to people. I was like, fuck it, here, just take the tape, and I'm going
I
home.
was so sad to say goodbye to you, Dan. I was so sad.
I know.
Oh, I was so happy. Yeah. Good
Good riddance.
do you ever think about sleeping on the flight back and just like doing an after party? Just
I can't sleep on a plane. I've tried so many times.
I can relate.
Before the first, like the last couple of econs, I was like, I'm gonna stay up and I'll just sleep on the plane because the early flight, that's the cheapest flight. I'll just stay. I nope. I sleep maybe like 5 minutes max, and then nope, can't do it.
That's all you need.
What
That's why
happens
you
to
gotta
me
do drugs,
is
buddy.
I'll be like nodding off, like, and then like wake
Exactly.
myself up and like freak out, like, where am I? Why am I like in like what the fuck? And
Why am I in a tube?
Then I get super disoriented and dizzy, and I'm like, well, fuck, like, what? And that like cycle repeats over and over again.
That
for hours.
sounds scary.
It is scary, especially when you're in a tube 30,000 feet up in the air.
Yep.
Oh my
Fuck planes. Fuck planes. That's what
I'll be at the after party, like.
Hot
Oh, I
take,
got
they
music,
should
so.
never have flown.
Hot take: planes suck to be on. I'm just gonna. Hot take.
Hey,
let's get more
That's
trains
not a
going.
hot take. That is the
That's a
true
valid
statement.
take.
That is the correct take. 9/11 wouldn't have happened if there were no planes, buddy. That's a fact.
Bro, honestly, I was afraid to fly for decades.
We are. This is it.
It sucks being large and flying.
I will say, post COVID, freaking getting through the airport is so much faster now. Pre-COVID, it used to take like 2 hours to get through the fucking airport. Now it's like 20 minutes. You're through. You're at your gate. It's nice.
Yeah,
I think it's the less volume of people flying, or maybe.
Ron, are you getting your hair cut?
This,
Ron's getting his haircut live on
We're hearing
stream.
a bunch of buzzing
Get
in
him
public
the
places earlier.
Dude,
We got a lot of
for
shit to
shame.
do tonight.
That's badass.
Dude, he's getting a haircut for men.
He's a busy man. He's a busy man. He couldn't fit it in, so he had to do it.
Like something a mafia boss does. Like, come meet with me. I'm getting my hair done.
I know, right? Like, I'm too busy.
You're redefining barber beats right now. It's crazy.
Oh my god.
If you come with me,
Redefining the Barber Beats workplace.
Oh my god.
I'm in the stew, getting my hair cut, making some music, making some barber beats. Yeah, that's
Reading some
Question
cat
for
book.
Sound Market. Put
Oh,
that
cat
cat book
book.
down, sir. How important is fan feedback to you, Sound Market?
What?
How important?
He's reading. Don't interrupt him.
I'm in the middle of something. Hold on a
How
second.
important is fan feedback to you, Sound Market?
I guess it's relatively important as long as it's positive. I'm very open to it.
They don't talk to him.
I don't. What fan feedback? Are you talking about when you text me, Isaac?
LMAO. How much I like that one song that you fucking played in Midwesthetic.
Yeah, watch out.
I'm like, damn, dude, your bass is blown out during the breakdown. You should fix that shit.
Absolutely not.
Yeah, that's not
Actually, I
important
think
to him
you
at
told
all.
me. You
He's
were like,
I
oh, I'm
meant
so
to
sorry.
record it.
Clipping is God's punishment for making bass that kicks too hard.
Facts.
Somebody quote that. Somebody quote.
Love it.
Nice.
All right, we're live.
We are live.
All right. I want a live vote. Favorite medium: CDs, tapes, vinyl, mini disc. Favorite medium.
Vinyl.
Tapes.
Mini disc.
I know. I'm on team vinyl.
One at a time. Hold on. One at a time.
I'm hearing a lot of tapes.
No, I'm hearing all this is slander. No, we're not doing tape.
Vinyl CD. That's how it goes.
Oh,
vinyl
ranking.
CD.
Tapes, vinyl CD.
Nuts.
I like
What is
CDs
the-
though. It depends on what you're doing with the
Damn.
fucking
He
CD.
did the
If you're
CDs
doing like
nuts
a
joke.
yo,
Spilling beer on the
you made the
CD,
CD.
and it's-
He did the CDs nuts joke.
Yeah, just
Touch
I like
tunes. Touch tunes only.
Hit clips.
What are those? Clip hits? Hit clips?
Clips. Yeah.
There you go.
It's
I
a
will-
bomb.
there you go. Why no 8 tracks in the scene? Why no 8 tracks?
I mean, they had Game Boy Advance cards.
Nobody cares about Nerd.
I think Trash Ghost did a floppy disk.
I say
I'm on
burner
floppy.
phones. I say burner phones is the best. As the
Burner
best
phones is a good
Oh
one.
my God.
I like that one a lot.
What about Tooth Tunes?
Tooth tunes, yes, please. Give me some tooth tunes, please. It sells your music and it also promotes good dental hygiene.
That's right.
Can I ask for a roll call? Who here actually has an 8-track player?
I used to.
I do.
I do.
I do.
I don't.
My ex had
Is it-
one.
This is why people
That's
don't release 8-tracks right here.
It doesn't work.
When are we getting Void on tunes?
Keep your eyes peeled.
All right, I like this.
Ears open.
I heard Dan Mason fan club's got the Tooth Tunes.
It's a
club.
Dan Mason fan club exclusive Tooth Tunes Void.
Yeah.
Melatonin 4 only on Tooth Tunes.
Oh wow!
All the fans
Calling
waiting to brush their teeth for that one.
Bro, are you guys talking about the ones that like make your like face bones resonate so you can like listen to it through like
Yeah,
induction?
Oh,
Yeah.
that shit's
Yeah.
fire.
Mm-hmm.
That's so wild.
I don't
Dystopia.
think I've ever even tried this.
That was one of the
I
great
think
somebody did
marketing
it
gimmicks of the
on their
2000s.
vaporwave.
It kept my teeth clean.
Pretty sure
No
that-
cavities when I
Kids
was a
Bop.
kid.
Are we gonna
Kids
get
Bop.
a Kids Bop cover of Dan Mason Hypnagogia?
Oh yeah.
Bro, imagine if somebody did do a bunch of Kids Bop
of
vaporwave covers.
Just turn the format
Gosh
back
darn
up.
it.
And it's
Yeah,
regular.
when are we gonna get the Kids
Gosh
Bop?
darn it.
Gosh darn it.
That's pretty good.
Gosh darn it. Yeah, oh my god. But no, we need
I'm
to get a
hacking
vaporwave.
up my life.
Exactly. We need to
Those
get the
were-
vaporwave. Driving in my car would be perfect for driving. Come on, it's already a kid's song, right? Driving in my car.
Pretty much.
Driving in my car.
Add a little
They,
honk
they can
sound.
have that little worm that's in the apple from Richard Scarry's Busy Town.
We could. I would love to see. Was it YouTube poop death or whatever the Christ track? Just kids trying to do the YouTube poop sounds and all that stuff. That'd be great.
Oh my god. that would
Oh
be
my
solid.
god.
Celadon Dream Suite says Kids Bop of Deep Dark Trench. I'd buy.
Oh my god.
Wow.
Yeah. Yeah. Not sure. Yeah. Try translate that into
More like
kids
Mom's
pop version.
Bop.
Yeah.
You recreate the original samples, but with it's all Kids Bop like versions of original songs you sampled.
Oh my god.
You could do it.
Actually,
could
you
work.
would be
I'd buy the
you would be
vinyl.
the main person to pull that off, Sean. You could totally do it.
There you go.
I could.
Next Christ Club release, they're getting a treat. You heard it
John,
here
isn't
first.
your whole audience is just kids? You could just have them do it for you.
KJ Valium, welcome to the show,
true.
sir. Jump on camera and tell me, do you consider yourself to be an introvert, extrovert, or a secret third thing?
The secret third thing. I am not ready to talk yet. Give me like
All right, get out of here.
Robot.
That's
Man,
the
it's still at work.
Give me
Oh,
like
He's AI.
talk to you soon, KJ.
He's gone.
I can still tell him this. He's probably hearing the stream right now.
Hey, in
Fine.
Rail, what is something that would make this show better?
something that would make
Me.
this show better.
Me.
I think you need like a cool picture of a guy right there who's like he has like a business suit and a briefcase and he's like
Yeah.
walking like off of a building.
Yep.
And then
Oh.
below him, you get like a bunch of like textures for like
Yeah.
Amen.
Yes.
like the orc faces in
Yes.
Arc Fatalis or something.
Yes.
Like it's some orc like unwrapped textures and then
Yes.
have that.
You taking notes?
Yeah.
I want to hear more from Enreal.
So what I'm saying, what I'm hearing is that we need to commission you for our next, season, for the graphics.
I would love to. I would love to make a few layouts or something. I've been working on visual art a lot recently.
Which has slapped. Just saying.
Oh yeah, it's
I
fucking
think-
fire.
Yeah.
I think there should be a guest that's a Japanese VTuber. Nobody understands what they're saying.
Yeah.
Oh.
It's funny you mentioned that. There have been a handful of guests that I've wanted to bring on that were like French or they spoke Spanish as their main language, and they politely declined because of that fact. And I don't blame them one bit because like that would stress me right the fuck out.
Hot take, just let him, just have him come on and let him just talk. Just let him go.
That's why you need to make a syndicated
Let the
version
dog off the leash.
called Takes Caliente.
Takes caliente.
Well, you know what? Diversity is important. So bringing on people that are not maybe native English speakers, I think is important, but that is for them to decide.
Absolutely.
Yeah. I mean, you probably have to get a translator or something. Be really
Yeah.
wanted to pull that
Oh,
off,
that's a really
but-
good idea, actually.
Yeah.
Hot text translator in the lower corner, just repeating everything would just make.
Oh, and then somebody can do
Sign
ASL.
language.
You get a little.
Yeah,
Can you get a little? You gotta have a little person in the bottom right corner doing sign language. The whole
Yeah.
Yeah.
too. That would improve this stream.
Discoholic would be an
Yeah.
amazing ASL interpreter. Just
You're
saying.
thinking-
Wait, we're
There
already
should
talking
be a
about little
live
people.
feed of,
3D Blast, where are you?
person. It should
That's
be a live
Matt.
feed of a person
Question for
typing
you. That's
captions.
Matt. What is
Oh,
the
okay,
best
hey.
way, single best way for your fans to support you right now?
Honestly, they gotta dust off the old SoundCloud. Like that is my main platform. Okay.
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, I'm always on Instagram. That's like where I post most of my silly stuff.
Yeah, you
That's
are.
a great way to get in touch.
You're on
But Loki,
Instagram.
I might be on Instagram a little bit, but yeah. I definitely would say SoundCloud. That's probably
Fire.
where my heart. That's where I get the most interaction anyway. People
Amen.
always leave comments, and to me that makes my day. So that would probably be my answer to that.
And
I
where
love
should
that
they
shit.
hear your latest collaboration, Vince? Where should they hear it?
Oh, great question.
Of fucking course.
I would
Of
have to say
course.
you would have to go to Cyan Blue.
Yeah,
Their
that's
latest
right.
album.
I've heard about
He
that
said
guy. He's
it.
pretty good.
He said the word.
The new Cyan Blue.
The word.
Yeah, no, it's a wonderful project though. I really liked working on that. So.
Hell yeah. I do that Montem like. Wait. Is it on the Montem comp or am I going nuts?
What is Baby Tonight?
Nope. I'm sorry.
Ooh,
I'm
that's a
sorry.
different
Cyan
one.
Blue with Seth Nova is on the Montem comp.
That's right.
Very good track as well.
My bad.
You see what I would want for hot takes is for you to get your information correct.
Yeah,
Dude,
Yeah.
I have no idea why I'm hosting this show. I can't remember anything. All right,
Saying that
question
for the
for
last 26 fucking years, dude.
Question
Whoever
for
looks the most like
Geometro.
Isaac replaces him. Dan?
Geometro. What musical artist stopped making music that you wish
That's
that
a
you
good
could
question. Wait, I
revive?
want to ask that question. Hold on. Stop.
No.
All right. If you had
Take
to
it back.
pick somebody,
Take that
wait,
question
stop.
back.
I'm doing the space bar.
All right,
Stop.
your question.
All right,
What?
So if you guys have to pick, you have to pick someone to replace me and to replace Isaac. Who would do the best job at replacing
Oh,
me?
those are
Who would do
great
the best job at replacing Isaac?
And then I get to ask Gio my
Vincent
question.
remember replaces skeleton lipstick. I think you guys are pretty close. And then we get Dan Mason for Isaac over here. Perfect. New takes coming at you.
So we got another
2024.
JRPG lover to replace me.
See, my
Wait,
vote would
don't
be
go.
that's
I think it's someone
Matt.
really
I
mean.
think it would be Matt.
Oh,
Matt
I don't
would
want you guys
bring
to
in
go
the
anywhere.
honey.
He's got the voice. You not hear that? Come on now.
That's Matt has a killer setup.
He
It's a
does.
really good voice. That's
good-
real-
very good lighting. Dude, I'm collecting ring lights like infinity stones right now. So there's this one that's super big right behind me, and it lights up brighter than my actual ceiling fan. I got it for $25 at a Goodwill.
Nice.
Jesus.
Best.
Very
Dude, Goodwill. Go to Goodwill. I encourage it.
back.
Always go to Goodwill.
We are not sponsored by Goodwill.
Welcome back.
You got good contrast, my man.
Thank you so
Goodwill's
much.
fire.
I took some notes from the Disco Holic setup, low-key.
Thank you.
Absolutely.
Might be
Geo
demons in the things
Geo
that
Metro.
you pick up at thrift
Question
stores.
for Geo Metro: what musical artists
Sup,
stopped
dog?
making music, and you wish you could revive them?
One.
Wait, like revive them like they're dead?
Like, no, they're not. They don't have to be dead. That is, I mean, if you want to paint
They
yourself
got a
into a
whole
corner,
That's a whole nother
like
show.
make them make music again.
Contact
The New Radicals. Easy. New Radicals.
Yeah.
Radical.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Fuck
Yeah, 100%.
Oh yeah, they just dropped that one and dipped.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, they just
More than
dropped
ever
like the most perfect pop song ever written and then disappeared. And I like them more because of that. I like them a lot
But
more.
you would
because of
undo
that,
it to
yeah.
get more.
Can I throw?
Yes, yeah.
fucking
I'm
hat.
selfish. Yeah, fuck you, Tony.
Fuck your
Give me
coolness, give me
more
more
music.
jam.
Can I throw a name
Yeah.
for that question?
Absolutely.
Please go ahead.
Incorporeal Visions Deluxe.
Nice.
Mm.
Nice.
Good answer.
Let me add in a sad response. Is Sophie.
Oh,
yeah.
I do a lot.
Add
for,
response.
Michael Jackson.
Yeah.
Yeah, he
that's-
hasn't. Michael Jackson hasn't posted in a while. What's up with that?
What's he up to? He's up to
Hey, what the fuck?
I can feel it.
Those SoundCloud singles are running dry.
Oh my God.
He hasn't posted since 2009. What's going on?
What's going on?
Do you think
Michael, we
AI,
need you.
like
Come on,
new
Mike.
songs via AI from like these artists in the future? Do you think that's gonna be a
Whoa,
thing?
that-
Or is that gonna be
Oh.
protected?
It's definitely going to be a
See-
thing in the future.
It
My
probably,
answer to
it
that
probably already is.
question, I have actually
Let-
two
oh.
two responses to that
Yeah,
question.
let's
So
hear it.
one for Vaporwave would be
Ooh.
Delta Taco, who released on Business Casual
Deep
like, in
cut.
2016. Yeah, they stopped releasing like in 2016, 2017, just pretty much fell off. But my second choice would be Cookie Monster in dubstep. He unfortunately passed away in 2020.
Oh, that's
So-
unfortunate.
Yeah.
I was going to say.
Yes, he unfortunately took his life in 2020.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
My answer for this question is there's a
Yeah.
my
So
answer.
that-
That's sad.
What's your answer, Dr. Chris?
I keep
Yeah.
Yeah, let's hear it.
No, because we mentioned a deceased artist. There's this maybe I'm sure Isaac might be familiar, but there's a wave artist or a witch house wave artist called Updream.
Oh yeah, of Dream.
That, took
What's
its own
Updream?
Nailed it. That's an artist who has a I think he's one of the best producers, particularly in the wave genre that ever existed. And he had took his own life several years ago. And I really would love to hear more music from him. But look him up; he's very good.
Will do.
Dream.
Wave genre?
Yep. Isaac, you want to take that
Yeah,
one?
dude, wave.
Isaac.
Okay, so it's the most unfortunately named genre of music. It's basically
That's the
like
best genre.
imagine if like witch house music was more like EDM sensible, a little cleaner
Okay.
sounding,
Okay.
but still really like Moreau's like trap based club music.
Yeah, that's how you describe it. I
Yes.
listen to a few wave artists. every
Yeah,
once
like I don't know. Who do you think is the
Wave,
most
huh?
well known wave artist? Skelly.
Skeller, maybe? Does that help?
Skeller's really good. Some of it kind of
Oh, boy,
overlaps with like funk music
Okay.
or like trap, just future trap.
Man, they
Go to
just
my
ran out of
party
names
list.
by the
Like,
time they got
What
to
artist
it.
is this? Who is this?
It's a genre.
Updream, but it's an O with a little slash through it. It's one of those symbols, but you can just look up Updream on Spotify.
Got it. And Isaac, I would like to apologize. I wanted to come in with like a funny joke of like, oh, finally they gave me back my platform. But then I kind of stopped midway and just said, finally, as if I was just this impatient asshole. So
LMAO.
Yeah.
Nice.
It's okay, buddy.
Fiber's been
Fellas.
just pacing back and forth.
I'm
now.
adding you
I
back
know,
in.
I just
Gotta
wanted
get
to
this
take-
joke right. Oh.
God, they gave
Fiber's just pacing back and forth, back and forth. Like, when are they gonna let me in? Where are they gonna put me in? I'm
When are
ready to
they
go
gonna
in,
let me
coach.
Dude, I need my daily
I got
Twitch
bits,
fix.
coach.
KJ,
gotta
I tried
take
to ask you
styles.
a question earlier, and you were busy. But if you're free right now, I want you to answer. What do you think is a fair price for an album? And also, what is a fair price for an EP? Like, if you were going to pay for it.
Who's this for?
So it doesn't necessarily. Yeah. Let's say it's a physical.
Drama, suspense.
I'll spend 30 for an album. I'll spend.
Wow.
15 for an EP.
Wow.
That's pretty fair. That's
And that's
honestly-
just
AJ, would
digital.
you spend that
Pretty
kind of
rich
money?
over here. Oh, for digital, damn.
I thought you said physical.
No,
No. That's no. I did say
literally
physical.
thought you said physical.
You did say physical. Okay.
I would spend $30 for a vinyl record shipped to my house and not think that was a bad price. When you get over $30, it's like, what? Why? And then
That's
there
pretty
could be a
good.
good reason.
Yeah.
There could be a
Yeah,
good
you
reason.
gotta sell me.
I feel like there's like a certain
gotta sell me
threshold.
on that
I don't
shit.
know. I don't know if the other label owners like can relate, but it doesn't matter how cool or fancy your thing is. I think that if a physical goes above $25, the prospective customer base just slides.
Absolutely.
That's a fair.
Yeah,
I don't know.
Yeah,
I
you're
don't know
right.
how
That is
Neon
kind of a
City
cutoff.
and
because of
some of those other
novelty,
people do
you're
it.
Ron
almost
is just a
guaranteed
good
to sell
man.
it, though.
30 is definitely the edge there. I kind of agree. I think a double LP 35 you could probably get away with.
Yeah.
But
That's the thing. That's the thing that I've noticed because we did a 2XLP on Montem, and it didn't matter to people, or they didn't even realize that it was a 2XLP, so it just looked like
there
an
you go.
expensive record.
It's like, oh, that's just
At
really
least
expensive. for
that
some reason.
sounds of people farting. 2-disc. That shouldn't have gone
The
with
same
that.
thing happens with ticket prices, though.
I'll
too.
pay
You know,
45.
when you go from 10 to 15 or from 15 to 20, that there are people that can't swing that, and they're just out on it. And I think it is. I mean but that's the digital copies are still available, so they can still access this music. It's important to make sure that they can still get to the show, and that's why you got to have a good guest list outreach. So if someone is not able to get to the show for a financial reason, you can still get them through the door.
I mean, I'm very much of the thought that digital music, it should almost always be name your price, if not free. Because
I agree.
I mean, at least if it's on like Spotify and other places like that. If you're just hosting on Bandcamp, if you're asking $7 for a digital download, I mean, there's little what's it called, like extensions for like Chrome or Firefox. They can literally just download the files right there
but
for
it's
free
in
anyways.
128K.
Yeah, but okay. Here's the thing: if you're willing to do that, do you really? If they're not willing to pay for it, do you think they're gonna care?
Yeah,
I
don't know.
I remember the first time I ever listed an album to cost money in the music scene. For like, I listed my album Mori for $1 back in 2016 when I first released it. And I remember the first day that I released it, first message on the Reddit post that I made for it was someone asking, "Does anybody have a free download?"
Damn.
Yeah,
That's the Reddit for you.
ever since then, I've been sub 5 for any of my fucking releases. Like I think the most expensive release that I have right now on my Bandcamp is $3 for digital, but you can buy the whole discography for $6. So it's like,
yeah, I think it's like offering a full discography for like a couple bucks, or offering a fan club with exclusive stuff, or like stuff that's there for convenience purposes, like that's already free elsewhere, but like if you want to download it, there's a convenience fee basically. That I can understand. That's what I sort of do, and then tapes, of course, they cost money to make. It doesn't cost me anything to host on Bandcamp or on SoundCloud, or I mean, unless I wanted to, cost some. So.
Something that I have thought about is about how, like, we were talking about the inaccessibility of like pricing when it comes to like physicals and whatnot, and what I have been doing and like thinking about, which is actually something that John gave me advice on in person, was I've started to think about like, how is it that I can just provide this album to people that want to buy a physical of it, and instead of spending like a ton of money to make it like the coolest shit ever that's gonna jack up the price, I think of different incentives to like, for like people to buy certain things. Like, say
that like buying a CD or like a record could be an expansion of digital content, and I think that's all I'll say because we're still working on it. So,
Damn,
I have a
that's
question.
really good. What's up?
I was gonna ask. So, what's everybody's game plan as artists and content creators in 2024? What are our goals? What are the ambitions? What we doing?
Big things coming.
I'm gonna keep playing Baldur's Gate 3.
Coming.
I'm gonna play too.
Pretty into Pal World right now, so.
Just swag, dude. Smoke weed and game. Know what I'm saying?
I'm smoking. Same here, but just gentrified a little bit.
I want to start a URL festival.
We're taking a huge break.
I know that.
Oh,
we're
you're
a
gonna
bunch
start
of
an
artists.
IRL?
I know we're a bunch of artists right now, and we're just like making jokes, but like I do have a bunch of shows all around the country. Like I hope y'all are like doing a bunch of stuff too.
Oh yeah,
Dude,
Yeah,
it has been cool to like watch you like blow up again.
No, real.
I have
IRL
physicals.
stuff.
I have physicals planned for like the next like 6-7 months, basically, kind of right now.
Wow.
I'm doing that to try to get that back and going. I started a fan club last year because I hit a wall with
remember reading
Spotify,
about
and I had an issue with that, and this has helped me get back on my feet and all that stuff. So I'm doing that, getting albums out. So that's my game plan. It's just I
That's
got
awesome,
three
dude.
I got
I
three
respect
things
that.
in the works, and then I got a bunch of physicals coming.
You've
That's
been killing it, man.
Yeah, I feel
Been
that.
killing it, dude.
I'm about to
I
drop.
will listen to them. I can't wait till people see this first Vapor VA event. That's all I can say right now.
Yeah.
And I also want to just apologize that I said, some dumb words. I'm sorry. I come from, very, very shitty background, so I don't really think about the words that I say. I want to apologize about that. If that offended anyone.
2024 apologies.
Yo, you know what? I think
Wow,
everybody
that's
in here
a-
could
that's
use
a
a
hot take.
2024 apology right now.
That's a big man right there.
We should all apologize for the things that we've done in the past and things that we haven't done yet. I think would be the best way to go.
Plan to do.
Yeah, that was hard.
Sorry.
What are you implying?
Sorry, big things coming. Sorry.
Oh no.
Sorry, it was
Meant to be
too
the
big
worst
for you.
person ever.
I'm sorry about it, bros. I fucked up, okay?
Respect.
Who are you gonna
This might be
donate
out
to?
of- this might be out of-
Navigator, when are you gonna jump on that Altered States lineup?
Oh man, probably never. I don't know.
Come on, man. You'd be right at home.
I asked them about it. They've got some heavy hitters on there though, so I think they're all set.
I don't know if you guys have
Maybe.
seen Altered States. What is it? South Carolina?
Yeah, Greenville, South Carolina, of all
Yeah,
places.
they got George, Neggy Jimmy, Secret Attraction, Com Trues,
Oh,
fucking
that's the thing in
Warcraft,
South,
Persona
that's the thing in
Ave.
South Carolina, right?
Yeah,
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
absolutely
Oh,
going to that
man.
shit. Small
I
Black.
wanna go to
Navigator
that.
was there last year, and I was so pissed because like I
Yeah.
wanted to go, but the weather was bad, and I had to work.
Yeah, I have a feeling they're going to be doing more of those, like more often. So, especially with like the what's that label? See, that Argraph and Hotel
Days?
Days.
Days and
Is it Day-
Oh no, Stratford.
Stratford, yeah,
Yeah.
because that
Oh
guy
yeah,
does
Andrew
a lot
Walker
of their, like,
knows that guy.
Yeah, he does a lot
Yeah.
of their, like labels and stuff for that the brewery that they hosted at.
Doesn't Andrew Walker run Stratford Court?
Yeah, yeah,
Yep.
mhm.
Yeah, he's got like an inn at that brewery.
Yeah, because I heard somebody.
Yeah.
I heard somebody say that he knows that guy. Yeah, I'm sure that.
I guess the
that-
ball's
think
in
that
his
Andrew
court.
know himself, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Oh my god,
Yeah, he
Quiz,
designs. He
get out.
designs all those lasers.
Roche Corp, what is some music that makes you
Basketball
cry?
You know, a lot of definitely some dream pop for sure. You ever heard of the X Cemeteries?
No.
Cemetery.
Cemeteries. Look up the song "Sodas" by Cemeteries on YouTube. They have a little unofficial music video. It's like all this footage from like an '80s like a student night or high school prom night or some shit. You know, I go watch that. You know, it's late at night. I go watch that, and it just makes you just appreciate the time. Just appreciate the now. I guess you know.
Who does
Appreciate all the good times.
SEODUS? Okay.
SODUS. Like that's one song that'll bring a tear or two to my head. It's just kind of, appreciate the times you got now because, one day we'll grow up and these days will be those days.
Yeah.
Yeah, facts.
True.
Valid point.
Live in the moment.
Live in the moment.
Nathan, out of everything that you've made, what do you like the best?
Man, there's new shit I'm working on.
Always the new shit,
Oh,
bro.
yeah.
I swear.
Okay, always that new.
Always something that ain't released, bro.
Businessman's choice
I'm
there.
about to drop 3 albums, maybe simultaneously.
Oh, oh my gosh.
Just because all the shit that's
fans be like,
all the shit that's on my Spotify now kind of blows. I don't want people to hear that when
Damn.
they, search me up. I need to kind of get. I have an album from 2022 and a 2023 album and a 2024 album that I'm all gonna drop now. I'm making up for
right now.
Yes,
right now.
Right now.
Do it.
Do it
Right now.
Live on stream.
Yo, exclusive hot takes.
Hot fresh album on Hot Takes.
It's Crescent Fresh.
How you gonna diss on Space World?
Well, no, okay, so I still thank you.
I love Space World.
I still really love that music, but it just doesn't really represent my capabilities as an artist anymore.
I low key hurt. I low key hurt to see.
Yeah, that album
the
fucking
frequency with which
flames.
I hurt when artists say I hate my old shit. I
don't hate it.
Yeah, I feel that.
Yeah,
it's just different.
You're looking to improve. You feel like you've improved a lot since the last time you released.
I have improved a lot.
Yeah.
Yo, I'm in the same exact boat.
I'll tell you what,
Hey,
Space
respect.
World 2000 is one of the best sounding vinyl records that I own.
Thank you. I appreciate
whoever mastered that is a fucking champion.
Yeah, who did master that?
Did master that album? Somebody pretty talented, huh?
Me, motherfucker.
It was you? No shit.
Andrew, I know.
Yeah,
He's with
it's so good.
On my screen, Nathan's pointing at John.
I didn't know you could master, buddy. Damn. My bad.
Right there on my screen.
It was cool. Wow. Sounds sick though. It fucking
thank you.
rips, man. It's
Thank
so
you
good.
for mastering.
Yo, thank you for making it, dog.
No, thank you for.
It's fucking wild.
Thanks for everything.
Man, you're the best.
You're the goat.
This is so.
No, you are, dog. Yo, get out of here. No,
I'm like,
yo,
dude, I'm gonna cry, bro.
I'm cheering up.
Oh, it's cool.
See,
Question for
this is
Digital
why the
Sex.
Vaporwave community is great.
Yeah,
Digital Sex
We're always-
/ Dreaming Diary. Does your family listen to your music? And if so, what do they think about it?
They do. I just remember my dad was the first one to ever hear Overgrowth back when that. before that came
Fire
out.
album.
And he was like,
I have that on
he
tape.
liked it, and I was like, yes. And yeah, I know they listen to it. They like it. Yeah, they're very. I come from a very artistic family and background, so they're always.
Oh, that's good.
Always
That's
supportive
dope.
of whatever.
Can I ask a question?
Yes.
Is it-
Yes.
Your name is Digital Sex?
Yes.
Are you inspired by Drab Majesty or anything?
I fucking have a Drab Majesty T-shirt.
Drab Majesty.
I wore that
okay.
last Hot Takes.
Drab
my
Majesty
interview. I saw
so
them
good.
open for Death Heaven. They fucking slapped.
Yeah,
so
dude.
hard.
Death Heaven is so good.
I want Death
Shout out
Death
to
Heaven.
I
saw them earlier this year.
And Black Marble and shit. All those cool.
Well, I love Black Marble.
modern synth pop
Black
bands.
Marble is
Guys,
also sick.
Guys, I just want to say I should not have looked up Digital Sex and not added musician.
Oh no!
Safe
I
search.
just got
Safe search.
flashbangs.
Grotesque
No,
porn.
Safe search.
Yeah.
Digital Sex tells his parents to go
care-
listen to him. They're looking at, oh, look up Digital Sex online. What
Oh,
is
no.
this?
One thing I will say is do not try to put Digital Sex in any search engine. I'm
Also-
so sorry for your SEO,
I'm
brother.
also Dreaming Diary. That's a lot safer.
Dreaming Diary's a lot.
You have a third
safer to look
project
up
too, don't
on.
you?
Yeah, I have a lo-fi Y2K Nintendo DS type beat, early James Ferraro kind of music.
Nice.
Damn.
That I've been working on.
Fruitiger Arrow music.
No, yeah, for real. It's lo-fi Fruitiger Arrow.
Fruitiger Arrow music.
Fruitiger Arrow.
Who's gonna do
Wow.
it first?
It's been the upcoming thing the last year.
I guess I am.
Data Girl's gonna do it first.
I've got
Sounds
a,
fun.
In rail for sure. You've got that Y2K aesthetic.
really.
Yeah, dude. Of course. What?
I'm working on it's kind of a more. I don't know. It's kind of like Counter
I think it's
Strike
a little.
1.6.
I was going to say that it's a little later.
Damn.
I think it's a little later than
DE Rats, bro. Music
Yeah.
video filmed in DE Rats.
Yes.
No,
yes.
do that.
I'm working on, bro. I'm like so excited about. I have this massive collection of images and videos of
You got like a mood board going on?
like.
Dude,
to
if
the
sample hunting
extreme
was a
extent.
thing for like pictures, Nathan is the best I've ever seen.
I don't know.
I've got
John
like,
Zobelli might have something to
Okay,
say
John
about
Zobelli
that.
is pretty damn good too.
What you say?
That's
Wait,
not
wait,
a
hey,
hot take,
John,
Isaac.
do you crowdsource?
You know what's,
do you crowdsource your
Terrible
cursed
take.
pictures though?
I crowdsourced some of them, yeah.
But they organically grown.
I mean, it's because it's
Organically
such a great
I mean, it's
artist. He
okay,
doesn't
I
wanna
just wondered.
contribute to his artistic practice.
Okay, this past month, I added 900 new images to the folder. Now,
Jeez.
granted,
Unruly.
it's about 600 were from the Discord server, and the other 300 were from me.
Where do you source
So-
your
Damn, I need to join this
images?
Discord server.
You're not in the
The
server?
internet.
What?
You know, next question.
Wait.
Sorry, I'm in the
I've got
server.
a-
I'm like,
Oh, here we
I
go.
actually would
You,
like
like,
to.
hunt for
I'd actually like
images.
to butt in regarding like sampling photos and whatnot, if that's okay.
Of course.
So there's this one. Recently, a lot of people have been like unearthing a lot of like stock photos that were actually used for a lot of like textures as for a lot of video games that came out like in the 90s and early 2000s.
I follow that Twitter too. Yeah.
And,
Yeah.
Twitter
yeah,
is
which
just-
some of you may have bumped into it as there's a lot of those textures were in fact used in Super Mario 64.
Oh, that's badass.
Oh, I think I've seen tweets
Yeah,
about
it was called like the Render 96 project. And
Yeah,
many
I
of
can
those
follow
like
Render
texture
96 for a while.
many of those like
stuff.
texture libraries are on archive.org, and they have like some really good photos. And for some I do draw from time to time, and so for some of my backgrounds I kind of grab some of those images and I kind of warp them around a bit, and it does help kind of give a little bit of that Y2K aesthetic that some of you guys may be achieving. So
I've been finding
Gaussian blur too.
I've been finding gang shit on archive.org recently. Like it's like my.
What do you mean gang?
Oh yeah.
Damn,
Like
just
good.
letting it all
Like
hang
Crips,
out.
blood,
Sharing all
gangsters,
the
labels,
Who
Latin
fixed it?
kings,
Check my Latin Kings folder.
white supremacist gangs.
I found some fucking 90s like pad sample libraries on fucking archive.org recently, and that shit is
sample CDs.
Oh
They're-
yeah,
like
they're
the
so good.
Hardcore CD,
They've got all the
dude.
Oh,
Jungle
perfect.
Warfare 1 through 3.
Fucking
Devil Killer 2, my
JT.
DMD
Yeah.
project. Is gonna
That's
be fucking-
vaporwave as fuck.
Dan, I
You know what
fucking
they-
love your Devil Killer.
Yeah, Devil Killer 2. When I make
fucking
that
love
shit, you're gonna hear some of those
Oh,
samples. So
I'm
the
excited.
keep.
That shit was so good.
I just want to recommend the best thing on archive.org is if anybody remembers Millennium, which was a spin-off of X-Files. You
Ooh,
can't
with
find
Lance
it anywhere, but
Oh no.
yes,
Ooh.
yeah.
It does sound
Both
familiar.
seasons of Millennium are on archive.org. God bless whoever put that up, but that's the only place you can see them. And there's some X-Files
Oh, wow.
crossover shit in that too. Yeah,
Oh,
highly
shout out
recommend
to-
it.
shout
Second
out to
season kinda
archive.org
fumbles
in
the
general.
bag, but,
Big shout out.
On the subject of archive.org,
Rest
is
great.
my archive for all of Real Love Music still up there? Because I remember like they were like being threatened to be like shut down.
music.
Yeah, and I uploaded the whole archive of everything on archive.org.
Oh, that was you. Okay.
Yeah.
You're the menace. Shout out.
Preservationist, not a menace. Preservationist.
Thank you for your service.
The whole
I mean, if
thing
you talk
takes
to
up
like
like
Indy, Indy has gigabytes of stuff saved on.
it
his
has like
tons of RAID.
It's like 90
hard drives.
gigs total, but I still have to request for the the torrent for it. Because whenever you upload stuff on archive.org, you have to request for a torrent. It doesn't create a torrent for you. I haven't done that yet. Still need to get around to that.
They've also got on there a really great TV show that you can't find anywhere else. It's like a 2001 Japanese like soap opera called Love Complex. That's like Twin Peaks meets like Sally McPhee or whatever that show was, where she like hallucinates stuff. It's like 10 episodes, but I can't recommend enough. Go on to Internet Archive and looking up the show. Any vaporwave person would like it.
Damn.
All right,
vaporwave
question
person.
4.
That was
I got a
crazy.
take. I got a take.
Oh yeah, let's hear the
Oh,
take.
shit, we got a hot take.
Okay, so 2001, Hideo Kojima predicted with Metal Gear Solid 2, the world would be overrun by AI and machine-created, basically junk, and the internet would become unusable. I wonder, though, as vaporwave artists, as a vaporwave community, let's say that there is, like, in 2 years, a huge amount of AI-generated just junk out there. Now, do we not, as the vaporwave community, go and take that and spin that into something of our own?
Yes.
I say we start
100%
sampling
of
AI
it.
shit.
Yeah, here's the thing. You sample
Putting a
an
copyright claim.
song,
Nobody.
who's coming at you for copyright?
Yeah, exactly.
Take the AI generated song and slow it down.
I mean,
Someone should,
I have a strong opinion, I guess, where I think that like AI generated art is kind of pointless. Like it's a fun tool, but I feel like I still prefer art made by people.
It's a tool.
Isn't it art?
You could use it to make your own
What
art,
is
right?
it? What is art? What's the point of art, anyways? You know. I'm being serious here because
You're
to
not
make money.
Okay, John, I hear you. John, I hear you. But I'm saying like, I wouldn't like the idea of buying an album from an artist that has AI generated.
People buy Hatsune Miku, albums. They've been buying them for like a decade.
No, you're not wrong. You're not wrong.
Miku is AI, right?
I'm not saying it's AI. I'm not saying it's AI, but like, I mean,
How dare you? You bring up a good point, but like, I guess it's sort of like, it goes back to the discussion of what we said as like AI as a tool, like is where it's most effective, because Hatsune Miku is just a part of Vocaloid, and Vocaloid is just like a DAW, basically. You're still writing in the notes. You're still you're still using it to compose.
True.
As opposed to, I think, the differentiation being made of these LLMs, like these language models being able to just like generate things by like usually ripping art from other artists. Like there are certain models out there that are trained on other people's art.
I think it's going to get to a point where
I agree with Fiber on this. I agree with Fiber on this.
The mass majority of people who don't really care about the actual art, like people who like listen to like who just listen to the radio, that's what they're going to go to.
I feel like, and people are just going to encounter it without realizing it's AI at some point.
Exactly,
and it will just
be
normalized.
It's be playing a Spotify playlist, and then
it's a broke aesthetic. It's a terrible low quality aesthetic, but that's what sells in America today. So terrible low quality aesthetic that costs nothing to produce is gonna happen.
I mean,
doesn't it take a lot to run the computers? Like the supercomputers that do all the AI, like it takes a lot of resources.
Vapor's a mix of lowbrow and highbrow.
Well, for now. Well, true,
I don't think Vaporwave's going to be the genre to like.
It needs to be improved.
Force this discussion to the forefront, though. It's whatever Swedish producers make for Taylor Swift. That's when.
That's
what we're talking about.
It's true, but
I mean, it's the people who are using the big expensive
people
tools.
are going to give a shit. Like,
I've thought about this before.
You got the guy from ABBA pushing AI stuff.
Well, John, can I ask, would you use AI images in your like folder of like cool cursed images? Like, would that be as interesting as like human generated cursed images?
Technically, the thing is,
There is, isn't there?
The only time I ever really add AI images to the folder is if they become known images. That the fact that they are known is the reason. It doesn't matter. Like there's the AI rat that like the cheese rat guy, the suit,
Mr. Cheddar.
Mr. Cheddar, yeah. No, I mean,
yeah.
That's an image that can go in there because it has context, and it taking out of that context, gives it that sort of feeling. If it's just any random AI image, that doesn't really matter. I mean,
well, that can be said about all AI art in general. In the context, it could be like, yeah, this works, but out of context, sometimes it's like, which is where like the music side of it gets in for me. Like when AI generated music happens, because a lot of when I listen to music, it's like that's a person's experiences coming into a music. Whereas like someone tells me, oh, it's AI generated, like totally. It's like, well, then where's the experience anymore? I like AI as a tool. For the most recent free samples, we used AI stem separation, actually, that was built into FL Studio, which is fantastic.
It's so good.
Kids have it so easy these days. Back in my day,
Yeah.
you had to do it all by hand. But no, you see, as a tool, I like AI in that aspect, and but you're still someone there to give it meaning and give it purpose.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. Like it's saying like an image or like a song. The thing is, like, if that song becomes something, or if that image becomes something, you know,
Like
if it's just generate exactly that it's at that point where it becomes a cultural like icon, you know.
For example, that AI song, I think Anthony Fantano reviewed it recently. I forget, something Dakota or something like that. That terrible AI generated song.
I know. Indiana.
Yeah, that one. Anna, Indiana. Yes, that's what it was. That song, I like by itself in a vacuum. That song has nothing to it. But the fact that it was so bad and it basically became almost like a meme of itself in a way. That's where the context of it's like, okay, there's something to this more, but not the song itself. It's kind of everything around it is kind of the actual.
You could say the same thing about like
context.
Friday or like, you know, any.
Yeah, exactly.
But that's the point of, at least for me, that's what makes something interesting, is the fact that this broke through the barrier of, you know, whether it was like ultimately bad or ultimately great. That everybody, I think it's like, if it doesn't break through that barrier, then what's the point of it, you know? But what I'm saying is that things that are made by AI can do that and will do that and will do it more often moving forward. You know,
one of those things.
I need to sample some AI generated content.
I have something to say about
to
AI.
like do something with it. Add another layer.
This is what big AI wants. They wants to just talk about AI.
Beating the machine right now.
Someone's going to AI generate the next
We're going to ask a question.
We're building the next AI model off of this
topic is
episode of Hot Takes.
I mean, this is hot takes. I mean, I'm full of them, you know.
Hot take. I have recorded every single hot take.
All that I will say. All that I'll say.
I really have something I really want to say, G. I have something.
You can go for it.
Say it.
Go for it.
And they're gone.
Oh shit.
No.
Uni. Sorry. Yeah, let's hear it. I'm sorry. I moved you to the wrong voice channel right when you were about to talk. Let's hear what you wanted to say.
Okay. So, you know, we all have these things about AI, but I had a very genuine different experience the other day with AI. I gotta tell y'all this. Yo, I'm a huge fan of old school hip hop, of course, right?
Yeah.
Right. And I stumbled. You know, it's easy to stumble upon so much. So many different AI songs on YouTube. I stumbled across this Tupac AI album, and it's called it's like an album. It's like Pac, and it's like Nate Dogg singing over all these joints.
You got Nate Dogg too?
And yeah, right. AI. Don't get me wrong. AI Pac and AI Nate Dogg. But when I was listening to it, as a person that has listened to so much content from both these guys, especially as a person, I'm gonna keep it real. Pac died when he was 25. You know, people really don't realize how young he was when he died. So it's like, you know what I'm saying, to lose a legend that young and to be able to kind of bring his ideas to life and his style of life in new ways, it's kind of cool. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And so I was listening to this album.
Interesting take.
And I was listening to this album, and what I realized when I was listening to it, I was like, yo, whoever fucking made this album actually really studied the way he wrote. Like, because it sounded like shit he would write. And it had his way of how he would, you know,
had his flow,
move his words around, and how he would, you know, his rhythms and such. It was kind of beautiful, because I was like, wow, this is like.
It probably didn't need a human to like know it. You can just train AI to listen to all of Tupac, or just input all of his lyrics, and then it'd be like, okay, these are the themes that are, you know, present.
Well, I think there is an element of curation, though. I mean, I don't think
there's definitely an element of curation, because they definitely wrote a bunch of songs that he didn't get the chance to write. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, he died at 25. Everything that he's made is just there. You feel me?
But Uni.
Yeah, I remember that.
Uni.
And I think it might be fair to say that, like, when that person was making those AI songs, they probably generated like 30 or so that were like bad, and they at least had the wherewithal to know like these are the ones that sound like Tupac, so I'm gonna
the most
go with these
authentic.
ones.
Yeah.
As long as a
like,
human is
sift
involved in the
through
process,
something, for sure.
it's going to have like an impact on. There's going to be the interaction and the interface between, I don't know. As long as there's a human touch to it, like there can be a connection. I think once you lose the human touch, then it becomes like, I don't know, soulless. I mean, for lack of a better word.
Well,
I hear that.
That's the thing with AI art, is that it's not the fucking tool that they're using, it's the people who are making that.
Exactly.
All the stupid AI art that you see is made by stupid people who are making like dumb like Reddit.
Damn.
That's why
Dare I say, the
these
Philistines of the world?
No,
when they make these big
Oh,
boobied women who's
We need
you
more
go
bored
on-
apes.
You go on.
I'm gonna be
YouTube.
I'm gonna put the link. I'm gonna put the link in
The-
what is cool
the-
as fuck chat.
Are we going to talk about
'cause-
art ethics, where the Taylor Swift deepfake, and
Oh, God.
basically
Yo,
what's sharing
that
revenge
was
porn?
crazy.
Like, there need to be a lot of changes. I want to say that, like, oh, this is going to be a helpful tool, but, like, embracing it unconditionally without subjecting it to any criticism about the harms it might be causing. Right now, like, we need to fucking critically evaluate it.
Yeah, and this is
Because
like...
Yeah,
You
there
even
are a
look
lot of
at
nuanced
Taylor
issues with it.
Swift. Like there was like a teenage girl who unfortunately passed on because the same thing was done to her. But, like,
Yeah.
we only ever started noticing when it happened to Taylor Swift.
This might be the hot take, but like with I think a lot of everything, it's, AI can't necessarily go completely unregulated. It's got to have some level of regulation, and I think that not looking at like the potential damage in very much the same way that I think a lot of like things on the internet could be potentially damaging, like especially to people, kids that are growing up without any
Unfortunately,
sort of oversight into this, it's
the
sucks.
people in charge of regulation, they're about the dumbest motherfuckers on the planet. So it is fun to believe that the Congress and the Senate will fix it, but those guys are real fucking dumb. Real
Damn,
fucking dumb.
true.
They got another
This man's
grind
speaking
going
straight
on.
facts. Spitting.
I think the only moderation like this group of individuals could be expected is if like you have a label or you're putting out music and you inquire as to, hey, is this AI? Then you are making a choice whether to put that on your.
I mean, I
label or
do
not.
have hope that some form of
I put out
regulation
stuff as
comes
AI generated
to
artwork.
Just
what
remember,
SAG-AFTRA
like
did
the individual,
with their
but
whole
we're not going to be
AI
the ethics
situation.
committee on fucking
I
AI.
I think another thing
But like you can be your own, you can be ethical about your own art. Like if I am creating art where I'm harming someone in the process or exploiting them, like that's not good art for me. That's not something I want to defend. That's not something I want to stand by. Because if I'm making art to authentically express myself, that's going to be an expression of me. You cannot separate my art from me. Like unless I'm making something very corporate business, applying design skills in a very abstract sense where it's not about me. If my artistic projects are an extension of me, like you can't separate that from me. Ethics are important.
I agree with
but
that,
I'm
but
saying,
then
like, then if you have some, like, it's up to each individual using AI to be like, okay, if I'm not separating this from myself, then I have to deal with the fact that if I bring this to somebody else to release, that's going to become their ethical issue, and now
For sure.
I have to explain that to them. Otherwise, I have to release it myself because these are a representation of my ethics. Because all the time we have like people putting out stuff, and then they have to like whoever signed off yes on it last is the person that has to give a statement about it, and it's like I'm so like tired of those discussions and vaporwave. It's
Yeah,
like,
as a label,
Be
it puts
straightforward
you
about
on
what
edge
they're
of
talking
releasing
about.
certain things.
I think if you're gonna use AI, just be straightforward about it and be like, don't fucking pretend like it was something that especially if you're 100% using AI, don't pretend like it was something you did a lot of things with. Just be straightforward. Tell people how you like. Yeah, this was 100% made with AI. Just be straightforard.
I've noticed this
to-
completely.
I haven't used it in my art yet.
Okay,
but-
you know what, John, you go ahead. I'm sorry.
I was gonna say, I don't know how many people still use samples in their music, but is that not the same thing? Basically, taking someone else's work. Granted, I'm the one editing it and doing that instead of a computer doing that for me, but it's the same thing, is it not?
And
Oh,
then
I mean,
many of us have
yeah.
self-reported that we don't use samples and then release something anyway. Like, so that's what I'm saying. Like, we wouldn't be the ethics committee anyway because so many of us have used samples. So our barometer for what's fair use and not.
Don't lie about whether or not you use samples as well. Don't do that.
Yeah, don't
Don't fucking lie. I've been copy claimed a few times because of shit like that. Don't fucking lie about fucking using samples. And if you use samples, don't fucking put it on the copyright claim system. Jesus Christ.
I think if you make some shit that's like purposefully deceptive as to whether you use samples or fucking AI or not, that just means whatever you're making sucks. Like,
God, man, you know what sucks, you guys?
Be open about it.
What really sucks is we need to shut this shit down. Just when it started getting good, I know.
I can change one thing about hot takes. It would go on longer.
Okay, so here's the good part.
There's something. What do you got? Work in the morning?
Overtime.
Oh, so Skelly definitely does.
Tied in the third period.
So check this shit out. We're gonna move all of our previous talent back to the public access channel, but I want to thank every community member and every guest that came on tonight. And I'm so sorry to put a stop to the episode, but it's getting late. At least on the East Coast it is. So thank you guys for being here. Thank you for being part of the conversation, for making the beautiful art that you made, and for being you, and for coming on our show. I'm going to move you guys back over, and we're going to just have a small chat, finish things up with our mods. But I hope you all have a wonderful night, and I can't wait to see what you guys all come up with in 2024, baby.
Love you.
Love you. Except for Fiber.
Oh, what?
Damn, that was cold. Did you hear that?
What was it?
All right, now that they're gone, we can all have the.
Hey, I'm still here.
I'm still here. I'm still here.
Shit.
Yeah. So we're gonna go down to just mods.
All right.
But everybody, love you guys. Thank you for being here. And you guys, my mods, and yeah, what's up? Oh, Dan's still here. Sorry, Dan.
Oh no! Don't get rid of me! No! Get
him out of here!
God damn it! All right, so guys, thank you so much for being a part of tonight.
Of course, yeah.
Raising a glass.
I think I accidentally moved Van Gogh over to public access.
Keep Vincent.
Yeah, sorry, Vincent. My bad. Get back on cam, buddy. So warm welcome,
cutie.
Thank you, Lux Noise, Quiz, Short Stuff for being mods and for being here all night long. Luxury Elite is here too. She's in chat. So shout out Luxury Elite.
Shout out
and everybody else that's a mod. Thank you guys for your help. Shout out Roche Corp. That's Matt and Van Gogh. Thank you guys for being such vibrant supporters. Great things coming up for these guys. No information is out yet, but some wonderful things coming down the pipeline.
Soon. It's so soon. I'm just finalizing some things, but you're gonna be hearing from us like real soon, and I think it'll blow
keep your ear to the
people's
ground.
mind. You know what's up, so
yeah, buddy. You're definitely gonna want to go to this one.
Keep an eye out. Keep an eye out. Late spring.
Yeah, buddy. So Roj, Vincent, we're gonna say goodnight to you guys, but thank you so much for being here. Love you too. Can't wait to see you again.
Love you too.
Have an awesome night. We'll talk again soon.
All right.
Have a good one.
Peace.
All right, you guys. So it is that time, but I of course want to make you well aware while we're still live how much I appreciate all you guys. Skelly, I mean, I know you're a busy man, but like that Hot Text Discord has been popping. If it weren't for these three,
I know what's going on. It's amazing. You guys do such a phenomenal job. We're just the luckiest people. I swear.
We've got Indy, DS Dude, Luxury Elite, a handful of other people, but these three are super active.
Shout out Strip Silence, who is currently silent.
Yeah, so that's right. God, he's gonna listen back and be like, "What an asshole! He deserves it."
He's gonna listen. He's gonna listen back and just keep saying the same stuff about you. He always says.
Yeah. You know what? He can take it, but shout out Strip Silence. He's a little under the weather. We miss him. But thank you guys. Can't wait to see what comes up in season 4. Big things, way better graphics, way more diversity, more heavyweights, more community members, up and comers. But I'm gonna let you three go. And thank you for being here tonight.
Thank you
Thanks for having me.
Oh yeah, love you three.
Amazing questions the whole night.
Good to see you guys,
Star
as
of the
always.
show, honestly, in my opinion. All right, thank
See you
guys.
all IRL again very soon.
Very soon.
Will do.
All right, Skelly. What do we got? Anything special you want to announce to the viewers before we finish season 3?
You'll figure it out. I got an album. It'll be out when it's done. Got a few more things to do on that. But wow, what an amazing episode. That
was a lot of fun.
You
God
do an
damn.
episode like that, and it just really just restores your faith in everything. You know what I mean? In community, in friendship, in discourse, in ideas and thoughts, and in innovation. You know, there's just a lot of juice left in all of us. You know, so much juice.
Yeah,
creative juice.
Facts. We had some hot ones too, man. This was gold.
This was great.
So as usual,
what a fun little party that was.
Yeah. You got any parties coming up? You got planned? Anything you want to promote real quick before we take our 3-month sabbatical?
Yeah, I'm taking. I probably won't have anything for about 3 months myself. You know what I mean?
Good.
Next party I
Same.
do will probably be in 3 months. I'm sure my album's probably not gonna be out until 3 months.
I'll see you there.
Yeah, but it was a great time. I think it was a tremendous success.
Hell yeah. I'm so glad we did this, man. It's turned into something way bigger than me, way bigger than you. You know, it's been so much fun, and I appreciate you, man, just for being who you are and for being willing to do this with me. I don't want to get super emotional or sentimental, but it's been, I feel like it's been really important. I've had a great time, but I need a break.
Yeah, me too. And it's been tremendously important to do it too. And I wouldn't want to do this with anybody else but you, my friend.
Oh, you're too kind. I've got a really cool Neo R&B set coming up for the as yet unreleased Vapor Shave that'll be out here. Well, hopefully planned and announced here pretty soon. And other than that, some IRL shows in the pipelines that haven't been announced yet in such lovely cities as, well, we won't say. I don't want to get anyone in trouble. But lots of great IRL and URL stuff that I have planned coming up. Other than that, just to keep you guys clued in about the future of Hot Takes, Lux dropped all the links. If you want to follow us, Skelly and I are going to take a much-needed sabbatical. We want to proudly announce that the graphic artist for Season 4 is going to be our very own Crystal Eternal. We have not got to the planning stages yet, but Crystal Eternal is going to be doing our graphics for Season 4. Our plans for Season 4 involve bringing on more women, minorities, LGBTQ people from other countries, up-and-comers, heavyweights. You better believe I will be DMing Blink Banshee, Vectroid, all those important people. Will they come on? Probably not, but that's okay. Barbara Beats artist, sure, absolutely. I would bring
good idea.
I would bring Rom Breaker on here, sure. But anyways, I feel like I'm forgetting some things. James Webster is terrifying, so maybe we'll bring him on Season 5. We're going to run the Neon Knights ad one more time. But just thank you guys, viewers, first-time chatters, long-time viewers, donors, just anyone that's active in the Discord or anyone that's a mod or anyone that just ever reposted or retweeted or followed. Thank you from the bottom of my heart. And we will see you in about 3 months. Last thing before I run it into the ad. Community compilation? Maybe. Gonna have to start talking about that here pretty soon. Stay tuned and follow us via the link. All right, you heard it on Hot Takes. See you in 3 months.